All right, we're live. What's up, guys? James Beam is the first one to speak in the live chat. All right, Mr. James. Let's create a new category in our Discord server called scoreboards and keep track of that kind of stuff. Wouldn't that be fun? All right, so anyways, let me go here. And let's click on this. Click. Now let's click on this. Click. I came up a Power Keeper's Charizard. You came up? Yuck! Alright, here is the tags. The title for tonight. What should my title be tonight, you guys think? Hopefully Team Rocket breaks tonight. Oh yeah, the Team Rocket Vintage Pack. I'm trying to think of a title. What do you guys think the title ought to be? I'm going to hit save here. Title could be Free Pinching the J Card. How about, we could do a really generic title. All right, I'll say working on your Pokemon card collection, Hot Breaks live card shop. There we go. All right. Really generic title there. I couldn't think of anything off the top of my head that I thought would be funny. We're going live for Saturday night. There we go. Good. We'll hit save on that. I put the giveaway card kind of forward in front of all the other cards so that he would stand out in the thumbnail. He's a cool thing. All right, now I got a couple of emails here. How are those Final Fantasy display boosters doing right now? They're slightly more expensive. What a surprise. Okay. There we go. He live now. Final Fantasy versus Pokemon. Yes, versus Pokemon. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Maybe we can just edit his... So we're going to go ahead and ship Mr. Joshua Collins first. We're going to create a label for him. That's the first order of the night. There are no addresses like that. You're lying. I know there are. Their database doesn't work properly. Isn't that crazy? Okay, we're going to choose edit on this one. And the edit shall be a change to the street address. Let's see. Copying that. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay. And over here as well. Oh no, it doesn't let you do that. You have to actually type it in. Wow, that is so stupid. Okay. Let's try this out. We're going to hit OK on that. We're going to hit OK on this. And now we're going to hit print and see what happens. You want to print for Monday? Yes. I love that we're making the Final Fantasy Magic Booster 4 times the base price. All right, let's print this. That's pretty expensive. Okay, good. Hit those likes, says John John. Yeah, thanks, guys. Here's this. Toss that over there. So the crown system still works in the stream, huh? The whole community crown system. I was thinking whoever ended up with the crown by the end of the stream should go on to the giveaway. We got, so far, Hippo Fat. Hippo Fat's in from yesterday. I was thinking for fun today, it's whoever has the crown, spot number 1. I thought that would be interesting. So, I want to say plus red Victini. Okay, to make sure that doesn't get missed. How does the crown thingy work? That's a great question. That's something for you guys to talk about amongst yourselves. We are. All right. It don't works. Crown spot on the way. There we go. So we'll put that there. Actually, I guess that's kind of why I'm curious about hosting, so one of the giveaway spots being hosted to the crown, because I don't know how it works either. And I figure if you could actually get into the break by having the crown by the end of the stream, you guys will talk about it. Because I want to know more about it too. I want people to look at it and see what definitely works. I hate lists. He did that whole crazy text on Truth Network or whatever it's called, Truth Social, where he was saying that the Jeffrey Epstein list were made by Obama and Lion Hillary and Biden, and it was what? It seemed very, very bad. This whole thing has been definitely not a good thing for him. It would have been better if they just didn't even talk about it. That would have been better if they just didn't talk about it. They just said, we're not talking about it. We don't care about it right now. Instead, he keeps opening his mouth, and every time he does, it's like he puts his foot in his mouth. Why is everyone mad at me for not saying what I said I would do? All right. Drinking some drink. Now, this is back. Lord of the Rings. Back on the menu. Let's take a quick look. Do I already have it set up? Is it good to go? Final Fantasy, Magic the Gathering, Lord of the Rings, $105. It's ready to go. Okay. Fresh box, everybody. This is back on the... This is back on the menu. Might have always been on the menu. We might have had a pack left. But we were almost sold out of this, and I had to make a choice whether to restock it or not. And I'm like, dang, dude, it's so expensive. But every now and then, a whole booster pack of this sells. So it's like, all right, we'll do it. So you want to work on trying to pull one of the numbered Rings of Power. They're in the Lord of the Rings Magic the Gathering set. The Rings of Power are in here, and they're numbered. We pulled one before. It was really amazing. It was worth over $1,000. Just one card. And then there's a lot of other fun pulls as well. But you want to pull the Rings of Power out of the Lord of the Ring packs. That's what's in there. And Magic seems to be doing very well recently, wouldn't you agree? Let's put these here. Put this box over here. This is what I got left for Fallout. Look at that. Fallout. That's another one that went way up. I got a couple of these box toppers. Look at that. The box toppers kind of represent how many boxes of Lord of the Rings we've been going through. But I think I sold 2 of them in the past. The one true ring is owned by Post Malone. Yes, it is. It's too late to get that one, but that's okay. There's still a lot of other cool stuff. Imagine if it had not been pulled yet. The one true ring, imagine that had not been pulled. The cost of the Lord of the Rings booster packs would be like $1,000 by now. So probably a good thing he has it. Makes them somewhat affordable. Because the price on them today is actually based on the knowledge that that's already been pulled. The PSA 9 ring. Got any serialized Fallout? Yes, you were looking at it. You were looking at Fallout packs from the collector boosters. Or are you saying, have we ever pulled anything from them? No, we've never pulled the serial. Are there serialized ones? I don't even know what the top rarity it is. It's how much you talk. I hate lists. I see I'm crown #1. Don't talk about Epstein. Yeah. Yes, today, guys, for the free Hitmonchan list, you need to have the crown by the end of the stream, okay? So here is Charizard, by the way. He is up to 7 out of 13. That means tonight, 6 spots remain in Charizard. He's a good one. And then we're always working on, one of my favorite things to do on this channel is to open vintage. You hear that? There's a boat going by at 2 a.m. in the morning. Here, let me mute this. Hear the buzz? It's a boat going by at 2 a.m. in the morning. Dang, dude. Karis and I took our older boat out today for the first time in like 3 years. This is the Tri-Tune boat that we owned at the Blue House that got, Karis had it transported over here. We've been repairing it. Today, we put fresh fuel into it and ran it for about 25 minutes. Now, just around the time we were ready to go park the boat, it started smoking a little bit. And we're like, oh, no, it's broken. But we looked it up, and it said, actually, the smoke could be very normal if we haven't ran the motor in a long time. It says all kinds of things could be burning off of the motor, like old oil, old water. It could be that the fuel stabilizer is smoking off, so it could just be fine. But, yeah, it's a stinky old boat. I can't wait to sell it, but it runs. We'll have to see if that smoke was a problem or not. It is 7 of these. Ooh. Oh, true. That's the same with cars. Something so peaceful about driving a boat at night on a dark lake. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we drove it around. The weather was kind of nice. It's so much work getting a boat out, you know. It's a lot of work getting a boat out. Getting a boat out takes like 40 minutes before you even get to drive it. And then we only drove it for like 30 minutes. And then you put it away. It takes like another 40 minutes. It's like... It's not for me. It's just not for me. So we're 7 deep on the Vintage Rocket Booster Pack break. I hope you guys decide to finish that tonight so we can get started on the next Vintage Booster Pack. You guys can even pick out the next Vintage Booster Pack. I don't mind. You guys pick it out. Did we not price this? Look at this Giratina. What's the, let's see what the population on this bad boy is. You know what this slab is? I believe this is one that I graded a long time ago. And then I think someone bought it from me, probably for like 40 bucks. And then they abandoned it. So this has been abandoned over here for a very long time. Wow, look at that. It's actually only pop 9. What? That's really low. That's a lot more rare than I thought it was going to be. So I'm going to save it. Here's the thing about Sun and Moon era hollows. They're quite a lot older than the ones we have now. They were printed probably a lot less than the Sword and Shield era. Remember, because Sword and Shield were like, oh, it's the junk era. They're doing it too much. Remember that? But not Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon is old enough that it was from a time period where I don't feel like they were overprinting yet. And then the other interesting thing is I feel like well, I guess you could say the English quality has always been kind of stinky. I was going to say that the quality on the English cards was still pretty tough to get a 10 on in the Sun and Moon era. Look at those nice yellow borders. Isn't that nice? But here's the last part. There's not that many holographic cards as good as this one. So I remember one of the reasons I wanted to grade this is because it was so shockingly good looking. It was a nice legendary card. Look at that. What do you think that's worth today? Because I'm almost certain I sold this for like 40 or 50 bucks back in the day. Remember? This was, no way this was super expensive. Well, I mean, unless we sold it exactly during the whole Logan Paul hype. But even then, it probably wouldn't have gotten above 100. It's just a hollow. This is just a hollow. It's just a plain hollow I graded a long time ago. What could it be worth today, you think? Boat bust out another 1,000. Do you have a Neo Rev pack? If you do, how much? I do not. That is one that I really did not buy very much of. I mean, Neo Revelation, the problem with it is every time you could find a pack, it was way overpriced. And speaking of Neo Rev, the top pull from that set was the Shining Magikarp and the Shining Gyarados. Shining Gyarados, first edition from Neo Rev, just sold for $16,000, a new record price. Wow. I got to make a video on that because I paid for mine for $1,300 a long time ago. Also, I can't find my Prime Gengar. Did I sell that? Does anyone remember if I sold my Prime Gengar? I had a Gengar Prime. I don't think I would have sold him. He's too rare. And I'm so covetous over the Gengars. But then again, I didn't really favor the artwork. I didn't think the artwork was that good. So I guess it's possible I sold it, but I can't find it. Mr. Thoughts on the Epstein stuff going on still? Yeah, I feel like Trump is not handling the Epstein stuff very well. I think all they had to do was just kind of shut up and be like, just move on to other, basically just stonewall, just don't even talk about it. But what they could do is they could come out and be like, there's no list. We thought there was, but it's a bunch of other stuff, like all this other inappropriate stuff, and then just been like, sorry. And then after that, just silent. Just don't even talk about it. So I feel like it's been a real weak point for their team. And Trump is saying all this stuff on social media that makes him look super guilty, like he's trying to hide something. And it's just not good for him. Especially on the heels of all the controversy of, dropping bombs in Iran. I would say Trump's pretty much having the same fun roller coaster ride that every president seems to have, where nothing seems to go quite their way. Yes, it's it never seems like a great job. It seems like one of those jobs where you lose your hair. All right, let's see what's next. Let's see. The FBI probably got the list to blackmail everyone. Tower 7's on the list. Ah, yes. Let's not talk about PDF politicians because that's so much better. So let's click on this. Here is Miss Six. She says she will jump into the rocket. All right, Six. All right. What are your collecting goals these days, guys? What are you trying to do? Let's see. Rocket, rocket, rocket's going to be right over here. The Rocket Pack could hand you a Dark Charizard to your collection. That's a really good card. This one obviously will give you a chance for the Obsidian Flames Charizard. It's a more modern Charizard, but one day I really feel like you'll look back on this and be like, why didn't I pick up one of those? Oh, you guys want to see a couple new slabs that came in today, by the way? I got PSA 9 Magikarp from Rocket Returns. Okay. Here's Butterfree from Expedition. And a little Japanese Neo Scissor. Just a cheap little card. Scissors, he is not the strongest card. He doesn't sell as good as you think he would. He's a cool vintage card, but I like him because he's the color red. That's why I like him. So he's a cool steel type bug, but yeah, he definitely is more like a mid-tier card. He just does not sell that well. Here we are. Doesn't sell super, super fast. He's just an okay one. Might have to average up into Team Rocket. I got 2 at 161. I pulled this Charizard, want the black one now. Trying to get that Pikachu on the table. This Pikachu, which took a long time to break, is certainly going to break. It's at 18 out of 29 now. That means only 11 spots remain. It's more than halfway done. It is certainly going to end. Also, notably, this Victini, which I'm sure people have been waiting for a while, is stuck at 15. He's the third Victini, and he's slowing down a little bit, okay? So we'll have to keep an eye on him. Here is our Sanrio Hello Kitty Meow. Look at that kitty. So cute. Okay, nobody's in here yet. That's the battle. Pokey break. We've got this full armor. He's population 1. I'm asking 1.5 thousand, but I'm open to hearing an offer. I want to see what you guys would also pay for it. Okay. The image on Magikarp. Everywhere I find the image, it don't show the holo. Oh, that's frustrating. All right, let's see. What do we got? It's what, Saturday night? Things have usually calmed down a little bit after Saturday night. And I'd say for the whole week, we've had a bit of a slow week. Tears of the Planet for Jesus Aguilera. What's up, man? All right, what do we got going on here? Working on our collections. I'll give you about 350. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Ooh. Oops. Let's snip at these. I'm currently collecting the same multiple copies of a certain Final Fantasy card lately. Oh, that's cool. sometimes that really works. It's like putting all your eggs in one basket. And if everyone decides that's the card they want, then that really works. It doesn't work if everyone else decides they don't want it, because you can drive the market by yourself, but then when it comes time to sell, there's no one willing to pay it the same price that you paid, the same top price. So there wasn't a natural demand for the card. You created the demand. It is. Or maybe you have like a YouTube channel like mine, and you can try to influence people into buying it. Like, oh, this is so good. You guys got to have one. Here we are. Oh, Ifrit. Look at that Ifrit. So nice. So good. Aerith. Oh. Okay. Oh, Famfrit. Look at that Famfrit. Hey, what's up, fam? There we go. We've got Zidane. I used to try stuff like that, buying one card at one card over and over again. I don't quite do that anymore. Now I just buy a little bit of this, a little bit of that. That's why I do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. One of the problems with buying the same card over and over again is if you get tired of that card and then you look and you got this big stack of them, you're like, why do I have so many of these? Doesn't sound like it'd be a problem, but it is. You go, I got too many of these. I need to sell one. So you have to have a really strong faith that those are going to go way up and outperform other cards. Here's Pain. Let me think. Did I stack any cards? I stacked the Poker Charizard cards. What is that Victini card called? That's the Victini promo from Japan. It's part of the Battle Day tournaments, and it's a reward for the players for participating. There we are. All right. Oops. All right. Look at that Vincent. Not Victini, Vincent. That's for our friend Jesus Aguilera. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. All right. Set that there. With the J-E, huh? Boy, we need that next submission to come in already, man. I'm ready for some more cards. Maybe we should do a little supplemental submission to SGC. Let's see. Did you need a new bag? You might have needed a new bag. New bag. All right. New bag time. Here we are. Put a little card in the front of it. There we go. Scoopy balls. All right. Okay. 7.25. I love the art and the value of it. I'll for sure just get them at a certain quantity amount. Oh, yeah. There we go. Very nice. Any other interesting things happening in the news today? I can't think of anything that I heard. Right on these. Oh, yes, we had the girl cards. 9.5 Fujimi Fantasia Bunko, the Flower Garden SP. Good. Sanrio characters. That's the Tammy card. The pristine coin. We sold. So this week we sold 2 coins. 2 Chansey 10s sold. Not the pristines, but the gem mints. And here is a nice Haunter Pop 13 Holo from Series 2. Super rare card. I know one thing we can do is we could definitely work on our slabs for sale. We always have a certain amount of slabs for sale, and that would be a good thing to get up here. Oh, yeah, the Poke Shuffle is super popular, huh? Think about it. What do we got here? Bird, Tyranitar. Trump is pretty mad. People won't stop talking about Epstein. Yeah, how do you think it all ends? I mean, I don't know. I don't know how it's going to end. There. I got no clue how it's going to end. There we are. What do we got here? He's got to be protecting someone, whether it's himself or whether it's someone else. Ooh. Got a couple nice cards. Just hanging at 117. Bitcoin is pretty stable. Yeah, Bitcoin definitely jumped this year. Bitcoin's up 100%. So that's pretty good. 100% is better than the stock market. It's a weird thing, isn't it? Because I think as it performs better than the stock market, everyone goes, oh my gosh, I need to buy Bitcoin. It does better than the stock market. But, you know, the stock market is based off of things like, oh, your company sold stuff for profit. Here's the profit. We're sharing it with people. If you own a share, you can get a slice of the profit. So it's like based on this sort of real measurable thing, very measurable. Whereas Bitcoin is just sort of like, I think it works kind of like Pokemon cards. It's like a meme stock. Everyone buys into it because they believe everyone's going to buy into it, you know? So Pokemon cards, you like to buy up the best Pokemon card. Why? Well, because if you don't, you're not going to get it. So with Bitcoin, it's like, well, you're going to miss out buying it at the good price. It's going to get expensive, and then you will miss out on the gain. And so I think it works that way, and that makes it a really interesting product. You know, it makes a really interesting thing. My crypto's been doing well. Yes, yeah. Actually, Karis mentioned to me today that her little 401k stock portfolio is doing well, and then I got angry and I was like, screw 401ks. I don't like 401ks. Lately, I started to realize 401ks are just a way for like the government and the wealthy to trap your money in the stock market until you're dead. I started to realize that. I was like, let me see. Can't have your money until your 60s or something, right? Actually, when does the 401k become available? I gotta see this. Hold on, let's see. When does your 401k become valuable? Oh, not valuable. Hold on. Typed in the wrong thing. Not valuable. I meant accessible. There we go. At the age of 59 and a half. So 60. Why would they want it to be 59 and a half? Why not just have it be 59? Nice round number. I'll tell you why. It's because they want to run up the clock on you. That's why. They want to run up the clock as much as they can. Yeah, you can have it when you're dead. Now lock that money up away. Hate it. All right. Ooh. That Merlin Pokemon card is very shiny. This one? He is originally supposed to be 70, but he's down to 45 if you're interested. PSA 9. That's still an investable number. Well, actually, these days, I don't care about the number at all. I just care if it's a good vintage card. So this is from Merlin. It's 2000 Merlin 2, and it's just a nice card. 45 is very good. I'm surprised Ivan hasn't taken it. Oh, yeah, we still have these. So these have to sell for 400. Is that right? I need to do 400 on those. There are. What do we got here? Ooh, Nazgul Terror, Lord of the Rings. That's cool. Haunter. Now you're getting another shot at this. And I got to say, he looks underpriced as a 9, man. How did he grade 9 anyways? Just off-centering or something? Man, because I swear, if he regraded into a 10... I don't trust PSA as much these days, you know. Is it just an off-centering grade? Good thing they have the most screwed up slabs of any company so that it's really hard to tell. I can't tell if that's on the slab or if that's on the card. Almost looks like there's an issue on the corner of the card, but I actually can't tell. I feel like that's just on the slab, not the card. I can't tell. Why have a 401k when you can have a Roth IRA and always have your money with greater returns? Here we are. Well, you know, the 401k is supposed to be your employer matches it or something like that, I guess. In fact, I bet only like 10% of people will even use it properly and get what's owed to them. I've thought about that too. 401k just isn't it as a catch-all tool for everyone. Well, the more I think about the 401k, it gets tax deferment. It gets like your employer matches it. But I realize there's a point to it. The investing class of Americans is able to capture normal people's money into the stock market and create incentives to keep it there. So like if you're a wealthy guy and you want your stock value to go up, how do you get it to go up? Well, you need more people to buy the stock, no matter how useless it is. So yeah, just keep buying it. Just keep buying it. It only goes up. Dave Ramsey told you it only goes up. Don't worry, guys. Keep buying it. So I feel like it's really kind of like that. Hey, Dave Ramsey said this only goes up. Just keep buying that. PSA slabs are so bad looking. Yeah, I have to agree with that. All right, guys, it is Saturday night. We have 76 viewers tonight, and it is a slow night so far. We are 31 minutes in. We have no orders in the queue. I can talk a lot about some of the exciting things going on the channel right now. So I would say this Charizard, all right, this Pikachu, and obviously the giveaway card. We got this Victini. We've got the Star Wars break. If you're looking for a break to quench your thirst, here is a manga break. We've also got this Carddass break. We've got the Mega Mew break, and we've got lots of breaks, and we've got Eevee. So there's a whole range of cards right here. But if that's not good enough for you, we also have this very sort of mainstream Team Rocket booster pack break. Now, there's only 4 spots left, right? $33 buy-in, 4 spots left. Can't wait to know what's in there. I'd love for it to be Charizard, but you never know. Now, over here, we have here's a Metazoo Gym Challenge. We had a couple of those go off the other day. We have 2 packs of Ancient Origins left to open. Of course, Final Fantasy is still for sale. That was a very, very hot set for a month, I feel like. It's been a month or not. I don't know if it's been a whole month. The Gem 2 set, Gem 2 right here, extremely popular. People are chasing after, of course, Umbreon AR. If you like random jumbo pack breaks, we have one of those running. Here it is, the jumbo pack break. So this contains $160 of my booster packs, and for $40 you can have a 1 in 4 shots to take all of them. We also have the beautiful illustration packs that are almost sold out. They're $17 per pack, and it looks like we've just got this many packs left. Really not that many, so that's been selling through. That is a glimpse of some of the stuff going on the channel. Some of the most popular things selling on the channel right now, actually the Poke Shuffle. People are loving the Poke Shuffle. That is just flying. Here we are. Just thinking how much higher taxes will be when you can access the 401k and get it taxed at the future rate. Funny enough, I couldn't figure out how to target them, but while trying to figure it out, I just finally beat him, lol. Nice. Did killing all the masks work? Whipple, I beat Visages. The company I work for lets us buy their stocks for 15% off. I like that better than the 401k. I wish everyone would actually hold PSA accountable for their inconsistencies, such a bogus company. Yeah. Well, I mean, PSA, they also, if you think about it, they also get the most volume of any grading company, and it's not even close. Like, they take up like 80% of all cards graded in a month, right? It's just them. And as a result, you know, you're going to see a lot of cards come out in high quality, but then maybe every 1,000 slabs they grade, there's going to be one messed up one. And that's just kind of how business operates. Businesses will make a certain number of mistakes per orders. So you can make your way through a lot of orders and have one mistake, and it's just bound to happen. Companies are bound to do that eventually. All right, what do we got? Click in here. If I but one buzz of Rocket 250s bring the average to 180, that's not bad. Click on this. Here's Miss Beatrice. Can I get a spot in the jumbo pack break? Yes, you can. All right, Beatrice. I don't know what this music is. Good. Oh. Who wants to have some of their cards sorted? Who wants their bags sorted? Who wants to get a free pre-grade on their card? You got a nice card in your bag? Have me do a free pre-grade on it right now, since the queue is empty. Who wants a free pre-grade? I can't do it for everyone. We're waiting on an order to come in. We have no orders. I could just work on my own stuff. You guys want to watch me work on my own stuff? I don't mind working on my own stuff right now. Here's an odd one that we'd like to see open tonight. You guys want an odd one? Let's see. Right here. This Spongebob pack, $35. Remember that? That was from the other day. So this Spongebob pack is actually Topps Series 1 Spongebob. So if you've never opened that, you got to try it at some point and say, I've ridden the ride. Okay. I don't have a bag, sadly. I just shipped out. Oh, Law, check my bag out. Is the name of the bag Gavin Stewart? I believe it is. Garrett. Graham. Let's see. Is this it? Okay, for a moment. Gavin Stewart, huh? Just sent an order, mister. Might take a second. Cool. So first of all, you got these hollows. Set those to the side. Here's Wigglytuff, Blastoise, Jinx, Arbok, Erica. That's very gradable. Your Mewtwo and your Mew are decent. This is a nice card. Oh, yeah. Didn't we give that? Oh, I remember. We gave that to you for free because of a unfortunate series of events. All right. So far, these are good for you right here. Oops, including your Slippery Mew. He's a heavier card, so he slides on the table easily. Okay. Back over there. All right. So let's just take a look, shall we? So these are just okay, but I don't know if I'd waste money grading it. The Mad Cargo looks okay. So you will consider grading that, of course. The Weezing looks nice. Wobbuffet looks nice, right? You got some Master Balls. You got the Penny card. That's kind of cool. Chinese Penny. Okay. And then that's an energy card. And then you got the Spongebobs. These are Series 2 Spongebobs. And you could definitely try to grade these and flip them. Might be worth the effort. Really, it requires an analysis of the market. Like, you want to see what kind of Spongebob cards are selling. But it looks like we already took out the best ones, huh? So, yes, it's clear we've taken out the best ones. The best Spongebob cards are the ones that feature the artworks. You got your empty packs here. I don't know what this was for. When's the next PSA submission for Poker Part 2 decks? Yes, we are eventually going to do that. Are you the guy who asks over and over? Asking multiple times won't make me send it out sooner. I just kind of have a schedule for it all. All right. Viviness. The poker cards are not meant to be graded on demand. They are meant to be sort of like drip graded. So that is intentional. They're just a little bit at a time. Just a couple. That's because I have no intention of flooding the market with them myself. It's like, I'm not going to be the one to flood the market. Some other guy can. If he wants to, because he won't have his poker cards anymore. So we just drip it a little bit at a time. Here's Mew. That one's real nice. Okay, you got a nice little Mew. This might actually be a 10. Your little poker Growlithe. And we got Mewtwo. Looking not bad on the centering, huh? They're both looking okay. All right, yeah, that was, so what, did you open up a 151 premium collection? If you did, you might have done good on those. How was that? Okay. Okay, I got some stuff coming back from grading soon. I can't wait. Question of the month. When the next PSA submission for poker. Just sent an order. Might take a second. All right, let's go put this back up top. Here you go, Mr. Gavin. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, let's see. What do we got? We've got Mr. Steven, and he says he'll try 12 OP12 Japanese. Okay, so you'd like 7 of them. 7 OP12s, everybody. All right. Ooh. Now's a great time to consider opening up not just the Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy cards, but any of the Final Fantasy cards. Because because I think their value, all of them are going to have like an escalated value. Okay. So that's an interesting thing. If you've never tried any of the Final Fantasy cards before, I'm right here. You could ask me all kinds of questions. Like, which ones should I open? The good ones. I'll send for the Series 1 Spongebob pack. Oh, yeah. Very nice. So we're going to get to see what's inside that Series 1 Spongebob pack. Okay. It's really not that expensive, but there's an explanation for that. It's because he didn't come out of a sealed box. Here we are. They are way more expensive when they come out of a sealed box because those are premium. They cost so much. Okay, you ready? Here we are. But I haven't found a sealed box of SpongeBob 1 at any kind of reasonable price at all. But I found some loose ones. I said, hey, we can take these and open them up for once and see what the heck's inside of them. You know, here we go. I'm dying to know. Okay. All right. Okay. Any chance I could stop away? That Shining Steelix tonight. Shining Steelix, huh? You just want Shining Steel. Oh, can I get Shining Steelix, he asked? Maybe. Let me tease you a little longer about it. Where'd I put him, I wonder? I think he's over here. Maybe I'll look into him a little more. All right. Steven Gonzalez with an ST. Over here. Here we are. We probably could do something like that. All right. Good. If you have Final Fantasy, Opus 13, or Hidden Hope available whenever, I'll buy some packs. Oh, we do have Hidden Hope, I believe. Wait, is Hidden Hope available? Hidden Hope's available, right? So if you scroll to the bottom of the menu, not completely to the bottom, but as you scroll down, you'll see we have Hidden Legends and Hidden Trials. Oh, I see. Okay. So Hidden Hope's not on my menu, and maybe I decided not to restock it? Crazy. Okay, so let's try this next. Gavin Stewart says he will open the SpongeBob 1. You ready, Mr. Gavin? So let's remove that silly sticker. Okay. SpongeBob's still going strong. That's a strong pack. All right. Today we had to drive to a boat marina where they sell fuel for boats. I guess it's like a pure thing. There you go. Just open that as nice as I can, I suppose, without injuring the card, right? We don't want any injuries on the card. There it goes. We don't want to mess the card up. We just want to try and preserve the pack a little bit for you. Okay. These are very old, by the way. These are very old SpongeBob cards. Truly mint. We got SpongeBob himself. A little curved, but nothing that I think would cause you to lose a grade on it, by the way. So keep in mind, this is your Series 1 SpongeBob. Occupation, fry cook at the Krusty Krab. Best friend, Patrick Star. Best friend who's a mammal, Sandy Cheeks. Best friend with 6 legs, Squidward tentacles. Hobbies, jellyfishing, making Krabby Patties, karate, blowing bubbles. Home address, 124 Conch Street, Bikini Bottom. Oh, I've never seen that before. A specific address for SpongeBob. Hidden Trials is a maybe for me at the moment. I'm quite picky. Here we are. Okay. Happiest moments, no more karate. Karate. Okay. Not holographic. We're looking for, like, do these packs ever have hollows in them, I wonder? This one says, tough enough. Welcome to the Salty Splatoon. How tough are you? There we go. How tough am I? For breakfast, I ate a bowl of what do you say, like nails or something? For breakfast, I had a bowl of nails. Yeah, so? Without any milk. Right this way, sir. Ooh, SpongeBob. They say I had a bowl of screws. I can't remember. Rusty Nails. Oh, it was Rusty Nails. Yeah, so. Like, yeah, we all do that. There we go. When I was picking my spice garden, I stubbed my toe and I only cried for 5 whole minutes. So you do get the gum. Don't eat it. How interesting, these Topps cards with gums in them, huh? I love that episode. Weenie Hut Jr. Wait, doesn't he like recommend Weenie Hut Jr. And he went, oh, sorry, no, I meant that one. And he points to another building and it's Super Weenie Hut Jr. or something like that. Super Weenie Hut Jr. We are. Bunch of nerds inside. Oh, look at this. Black label. Here's Glassly. Can I eat it? Do not eat it. Cartman. It's Cartman. And it's Boobies Girl. Whoa, she's got really big ones. And her hair is red and her eyes are blue. Might be for you. All right. Scooby-Dooby-Dooby-Dooby-Dooby. Matthew Bigos, I'll take 3 spots in that Team Rocket Booster Pack break. Oh, Matthew is in. I think we need one more person. Who's going to jump in? We need one more person, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, we do not need one more person. It is full. That's excellent, because we will immediately pick a new break after this. Do you guys know what you want for the next break? 1, 2, 3. Mr. Matthew. We'll put you down as Mr. M. Better look out. Mr. M is here for his cards. Oh, I got to sneeze, man. Oh, man. I can feel it. Oh, man. This area must be so freaking dusty, dude. All right. Very good. Very good. Emerald. Oh, I don't even think I have a pack of emerald, do I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. One can dream, but man, I don't know if emerald's the move. Like, I don't even want to open up emerald. What would I open if I could open anything? I like Sandstorm. Sandstorm's pretty cool. I would open up Japanese Team Rocket because it also gives you a chance for the Naughty Grimer. Gym Heroes Japanese, it gives you a chance for the Misty's Tears card, Naughty Misty. Neo 1, Lugia. There's a couple banned cards in that one too, like the Moo Milk. Banned cards are cool right now. Oh, my nose is all runny because I almost sneezed. Something with an Infernape in it. He's my favorite. Infernape, he would be Pearl Diamond. I don't think I have any Pearl Diamond cards. Pearl Diamond boosters. Emerald's got some good reverse hollows, not gonna lie. There you are. Do a loose Ancient Origins. Oh, you guys want a loose Ancient Origins? That'd be cool. All right, so give me a number. Call of Legends. We have done Call of Legends. The last time we did Call of Legends, it took forever, though. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, Mr. Brandon, thank you so much. Now we're going to go ahead and pull this out. The magic to the vintage Japanese or vintage rocket pack here is that it actually finishes pretty fast. You know, if we pull out a real big pack, you're talking like maybe $100 a spot for some sets. I mean, it's just not cheap. And like Call of Legends, probably going to be like $75 a spot, you know. Something like Emerald with only 9 cards in the pack, I mean, that's going to be really... Unless we did it differently. What if we split it into 20 spots and it was cheaper, you know? And one person got the whole pack or some crap like that. Which I'm not a big fan of that style, but... All right, let's get this. Oh, that was so easy. Okay, good. There we go. Okay, good. Like that. Hey, there's Zubat in there. Ooh, it doesn't look like a heavy pack to me. When we turn it sideways, it doesn't look like a heavy one. That's an unusual pack. Got a blemish right there. Alright. Here goes. Boom. Alejandro. He's going to pick up an uncommon. Congratulations, Mr. Alejandro. Let's see what it is. Digger. No! That's not what we want. We do not want the trainer cards. We want Dark Charmeleon. Okay, no, was this? Yes, I got it. Okay, good. Sorry, man. What'd you call me? Joking, I'm white. There we go. Typical white boy. All right. Here, here's James Beam. Mr. James. All right. Oh, I like this. I'm liking the centering. The edges look pretty close to a 10. What could it be? Nightly Garbage Run. No! We're getting ripped off. God, dude. Double freaking trainers. That sucks, dude. Not a good booster pack so far, guys. Oh, no. All right. Pack number 3. This is the good stuff. I love stuff like this in the stream. Rigoberto Gil can't be 3 trainers. I don't believe it can be 3 trainers. No way. So this has to be Charmeleon. Wow. But it could be an energy card. Oh my God. What is this? The worst possible pack? That was really bad. All right. That's extremely bad. Rigoberto Gil. People are getting washed in this round, guys. I'm sorry. On the last pack, I pulled Dark Charmeleon. So that would make this the rare. To me, it doesn't look like a heavy pack, guys. It's going to be James Beam. Congratulations, James. So, James, if you're lucky, this is Charizard. Because it can still be Charizard. Okay, those uncommons were pretty untasteful. What do we have here? We have Brett Love. Mr. Brett. Oh, right. We put him in here. Oh, Brett was so close to pulling that rare. But he does pull a nice Drowsy. Okay, Mr. Brett with the Drowsy. Now, what do we do with Mr. Brett? He's got bags over here now. Is that right? Yeah, he does. Okay, Brett. Brett with Drowsy. The seller CT scanned it to give us energies and trainers. I suppose that is possible, but why would they CT scan, you know, like an old unlimited rocket pack? I find it hard to believe that. Alejandro Martin. Yeah, I mean, CT scan packs are a real thing now. So you never know who's done what. You just have to hope yours are not the CT scan ones. Wow, that's looking really clean. Oh, yeah, look at that Dratini. Ah, not as clean on the front. All right, there's Dratini. A little off center on the front. Let's put this in here. Mister, can you pick the cards faster? I have to poop. Just take your phone with you. Here's Mr. M, Mr. Matthew. All right, Matthew. Finally, your turn. That means it's time to bring out the Charmander. Okay, biggest Diglett. Can't complain about that. You can. You're allowed to complain. Here's Zachary Stex. Charmander. Char. Come on, Charmander's like a really expensive. Dark Raticate. No! All right. It's weird. The Dark Raticate feels like it should have been an uncommon card, doesn't it? But it's actually a common in this set. All right. Here is, boom, Mr. M. Mr. M. Oh. Ta-da! Oh, that is Charmander. Nice. How much is this Charmander selling for these days? I'll look it up for you guys real fast. Charmander is a legit pull out of this set, you know. Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard. PSA 10, Rocket, Charmander. You ready for this? Suppose this were to grade PSA 10. Suppose it were to grade PSA 10. Let's see what the cheapest price is on any of the Charmanders. All right, so the cheapest one, PSA 10. Well, that's Japanese. We have, okay, look at this. The cheapest one, $130 for just one of the cards. That's just one of them. So it's a big freaking deal when one card from the common, uncommon pile could potentially grade 10. I mean, look at that. That's not bad looking on the back. That's not bad. Could have a shot. Okay. Not guaranteed, obviously. The PSA is very picky these days. All right. And that was an unlimited one I showed you in that picture. So that's the exact one he pulled. Oops. Miss 6. Okay, 6, we're looking for Squirtle or Eevee. Squirtle, Eevee. 6, yours looks really clean as well. What do we got here? Okay, Abra. I'm a big Abra fan myself. I like Abracadabra Alakazam. Big fan. Miss 6. Okay. Yeah, how can one card graded 10 be worth almost $130? And when it can be worth that much, the packs are almost underpriced. Because imagine if you open a bunch of these, you pull like a Dark Charizard, and he's like $5,000, you know? If he grades 10 by some chance. And Mr. M, picking up Zubat. All right. Thank you, Mr. M. Matthew Bigos. We got to thank Matthew for going in deep because he really got it started tonight. There you go, Mr. Matthew. Fresh from the box. I guess I'm James Beam's new good luck charm. Oh, speaking of which, we have to find out what he pulled, don't we? So let's put this away. I need a new bag. Is that you? That's got to be you. Okay. What do you guys want to open next, huh? Do you got something in mind? I was thinking maybe Fossil. I like the idea of doing Fossil. Here, you need a new bag? I'm going to give you a top loader for you, cute little Charmander. We haven't done Fossil. I was thinking maybe like Japanese Fossil. Chance for the Fossil Mew. The Japanese set has a card in it that the English version did not. And it is Fossil Mew. And he goes for like $1,000 now. So that's tempting. Especially because the Fossil set's a little more affordable than like some of this big stuff that you guys were saying. Like Emerald and Call of Booty. When you guys say, oh, I want to do Call of Legends. I want to do Call of Legends. You say that. But then when I price up, you go, you know what? You can keep it. And I know that's exactly how it works. Every time people talk about what they want, that doesn't match what they will actually open their pocketbook for. People will not open their wallet for it. They go, wait a second. I can't lose that much. That's way too big. So they dream of opening up Call of Legends. Not the same as actually wanting to lay money down for it. There you go. All right, let's grab this. I like what she is opening on the right. Then ask what we will pay for, not what we want to see opened. First edition base set.
What will you pay for?
Whoa. My camera's going to fall over. All right, you ready? James Bam. Oh, James Bam. All right. Oh, okay, not bad. I like it. Dark Arbok. Very cool, man. Well, better than Team Rocket. Here comes Team Rocket or whatever. Rocket, yeah, here comes Team Rocket or the Rainbow Energy or the Rocket's Trap or whatever it's called. Yeah, nice Dark Arbok. Not exactly the most expensive card in the set. Yeah, notably, he looks like a shiny Dark Arbok to me. You know, no one ever talks about that. A Holo Trainer. Yeah. Non-Holo Trainer. So there you go, Mr. James. You got a beautiful Dark Arbok. You know what would have been pretty amazing is if we pulled something like Holographic, Dark Dragonite, and then he grades 10. That'd have been amazing, dude. Change someone's whole Pokemon card collection if we had pulled that. All right. With the year 19990, yeah, they all had the same error. That was an error. Yeah. Should say 1999 or something, probably. Who knows? Check the bottom for the error. Yeah, they all have the error. All right. So we're supposed to pick a new pack break now. Oh, well. I have these sitting right next to me. We got 2 light packs. We got another unlimited rocket. We got a Neo. This could give you the Umbreon, by the way. That's Neo 2. Umbreon's in there. What do Neo 2s go for these days? Are they like mega expensive? Here's Japanese Neo booster. Oh, this music's getting me all like, I'm starting to dance over here. This music got some groove to it, man. So, let's see. Maybe. Garter snakes typically have between 10 to 40 offspring in a single litter. Click the button, y'all. So they would be everywhere. That's the Neo booster. What about Fossil? Okay. I remember when these packs were for sale on this channel for 75 bucks, and that was considered too expensive. People were like, hey, that price is too high. And I'd be like, what are you talking about? And I'd say this thing all the time. I'd say, someday you wish you had opened them at $75. I would say that back then. Okay. Yeah. This is a hard decision to make. So the Neo 2 and the Fossil are actually very similar to each other. It's also pretty expensive, and none of it's affordable anymore. It's all expensive. What do you guys think? I pulled a friggin' Rocket Returns from a pack with you one time. Nice. Yeah, so it is rather expensive. Man, that's too bad. Not what it used to be. Let's see. Oh, it's a PayPal fee just to resell it at the same cost I bought it. It's a significant fee. Oh, man, why is there always so many fees? So it looks like to do a Fossil pack, I should be selling it at 41. We could do 40. We could do 39 probably. I think you should do Fossil. I think I'm going to go with the flat 40. I say yay. I say Japanese Fossil. That's my vote. All right, let's go get a Japanese Fossil. I don't even know where I keep them. Were they like over here or something? Jesus, I can't find them. Do I have them? Here's a gym pack. Hold on. Let me set this whole box down. Hold on. I got plenty of jungle. My God, I got a lot of jungle. Am I like out of Fossil? We got plenty of Gym 2. Let me check this box here, okay, guys? Give me a second here. I'm having trouble finding any Fossil, so I must not have a lot. Which is a crazy concept, because Fossil is one to have lots of. Neo 2. Oh my gosh, I might not have any. Man, I don't know how this happened, but I must have sold out of Fossil vintage packs. Wow, I am. I've none. I don't even have one. I am sold out of them. Wow. I was not anticipating that. All right. That's fine. I'm not freaking out or anything. I'm not shaking right now. Do I have them somewhere else? No. I'm sold out. So let me try and pick something out for you guys while I'm over here, okay? Oh, this will be interesting. Let's do this. All right. So I went looking, and we were sold out of them. To my shock, actually, because I can't believe we'd be sold out of those. I remember you telling us you were low on them. I must not have restocked them. That's pretty stupid of me. I have a lot of vintage boosters, but apparently just no fossil ones. Ow, wow, wee. Okay, so let's see where we are at right here. Give me a minute. It's tricky, you know. It's really tricky doing this. What about Gym 2? That is the banned Gengar. That would be cool. Yes, that would be cool, except that pack has become unbelievably expensive. That pack is insanely expensive. Let's take a quick look. Gym Japanese booster. That's become the most expensive one because it also has the Blaine's Charizard in it, by the way. So with both of those things being in it, it is not cheap. Okay, which I don't think I saw a lot of those for sale or in the box either. Nope. So what I can do, though, I'm going to pick up 2 packs of the Gym Challenge for future openings, okay? Because I think that one will trigger some fight or flight response and some collector's eyes. They'll be like, I gotta open it! So, okay, so we got a little more Gym Challenge coming and a little more Gym Challenge Japanese coming. That's what we got. Dang, dude. I love how cheap these are. They're so cheap. They only cost thousands and thousands of dollars very quickly. Okay. I remember you were doing a lot of them last year. Yeah, they were cool, man. Okay. Oh, good. So this card shall be $35 a spot. Well, we ought to do more of that. Gym Challenge, a great set. All right. Yeah, we like Gym Challenge. So this one costs a little more than Rocket. There's some pretty amazing cards in here, too. Gym Challenge was kind of a ridiculous set. Okay, you didn't know that. Besides Blaine's Charizard, there's a lot of other really great cards. Okay. Wow, that's a really thick little packet right there. So that took us a while, but it was a good thing to review all our cards like that. Really get a glimpse into what we have and what we don't have. All right. Would you guys like it if we had 2 booster pack breaks? One where everyone gets a card and one where one person gets the whole booster? I think that would be interesting. Mr. James, Gym Challenge. Whoa, that was fast. He said, get me in the Gym Challenge. You got it, Mr. James. Yes, sir. Maybe you'll snatch that rare spot twice. Okay. Yo, what's good, TCC? High Rollers break. How many more Rockets do you have? I have a nice chunk of Rocket booster packs because I like them. And so I didn't really sell through them too fast. And I need to open 1 or 2 myself someday. There we go. All right. Very nice. For content. Because I sure would like to make some more content in the future. Here's Torchic. Here's Blues Tactics, Blues Clues. Let's not rotate the center yet. Here's the Blue Dress Girl. Look at that blue dress. I think that the Cartman's got to come down now. That card's been up here for a while. Set this over here. Okay. Blue dress girl from Azure Lane. It is. So that is a pristine 10. It's only $60. I'm getting in that integrated hollow South Park cards. Trying to remember if Adam Pashua sent me one. We are Slowpoke. Ooh, he could go in the live customs. Clicking on this, we have William Henry. I'd like to buy Final Fantasy collector box, please and thank you. Also, I'd like to keep the bulk. Final Fantasy. Did you mean a Final Fantasy collector's booster pack? That has to be what he meant. So, as you know, this is an exceptionally expensive premium product. You, of course, keep all the bulk. This is telling me you might not know what you just bought. So, one booster pack of this is $145. That's right, just one booster, not a box. A box would cost you much more. And so, yes, you, of course, keep all the cards in the pack. It's a premium pack. Here's my rule on bulk generally. Anything over $35, you just keep the bulk. We don't even ask. Because if it's some cheap brand new set, we don't do bulk. But once the pack starts getting a little more expensive, we go, he probably wants the bulk. I think I sent in for an order. Mr. Austin, is that you? So that's for one booster pack. And you get all the cards inside. And yes, it's a very premium booster pack. You have a chance for like a $60,000 card to pop out of here. He says, oh, never mind. You want to hold on to that 145? We can do that too. All right. This is, by the way, Mr. William, this is our top selling item for like the last month. So it's not that there isn't real demand for it. People are opening tons of this and they're buying it at that price here on this channel. So it's not like, yeah, this is easily our best selling thing since it came out. This thing and Korean Rocket doing very well. Korean Rocket. The slab breaks, the Victini promo did very well. Actually open it. That's what everyone says because it's shocking to learn that's the price of it. But when you go, when you learn that everyone's, understanding this is the price of it, then you go, oh, that's kind of cool, right? So let's open this one. That was the one you would have gotten. You will be surprised because even one or two cards out of this pack can pay for the whole pack. And that happens a lot. A lot. They're like some $200 card gets pulled, some $70 card gets pulled, and all of a sudden you're in the green on one pack. And yeah, it's a shocking thing. And the price continues to move up on these. I checked today. The price went up slightly. Big hit, big hit, big hit. We're hoping for Golden Chocobo. Of course, there's a lot of different Chocobos in the set that are all really expensive. You're looking for any of those, but the golden one goes for the very most. All right, so you've got Hiro. Ooh, magic. Psh. Xenos. That's not so bad. So he's pulling Xenos. All right. Beautiful. He's a cool guy. Oh. Now you've got Kefka's Tower. Okay. Terra, Herald of Hope. That's a mythic rare Terra. Summon Brynhildr. Eunice Whistle. Excalibur 2. And Plains. All right. What do you guys think of his pack? Was it a good one? Was it a bad one? Wow. $145 a pack. Good luck. There it is. Yes, this is our top selling product for the last, since it arrived. We've hosted like 6 or 7 breaks on it for 2 packs at a time. We've had one person open, I think, basically a whole box of it. Might have been 1 or 2 people open a whole box of it. And people have just been going very deep on this. Like Mr. LaFlame went very, very deep. And people are trying to pull that Golden Chocobo, man. They want to pull it because you pull that costs more than that's like more than a car. And it's just one card. And there's still more to pull. And so it's not like other products. There's no Pokemon product where you're pulling, $60,000 out and it's a modern card. So here you go. There's more to it. Plains. Crystal Fragments. Okay. Summon Fenrir. Ridya's Return. Choco Comet. Eject, Grand Pulse Ochu, Gala Cat, and Quicken Merchant. Each of those cards are still high quality. Kind of meh, says John. All right, he says yours was kind of meh. We are. Ooh. So you can try grading the top good-looking cards out of here to try and get a return on your cost of the pack. Of course, not all the packs are going to be the chase card packs, right? That's not how it works. Excalibur, Kefka Tower. I think the Terra and the Xenos are nice. And then I like the Choco Mog back there. How much are those he pulled? I don't know, actually. Here we are. I'm actually not very good at Magic. Weird, because Magic has become kind of a big deal on my channel. We open a lot of Magic. We now open a lot of Magic. So, Mr. William. Does William have a bag? Zach does. Winston does. Yes, welcome to the world of pain. He didn't say new bag, did he? Is it a new bag? 77 golden chickens. Yeah, and how much is that chicken going for? Does anyone know? Let's just see real fast. Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering. Let's just... Oops, I typed it in wrong. I have a bag. Can I see the cards one more time quickly? Yes. Let me just do this real fast. All right, so you're trying to pull one of these. This one took an offer down from 80,000. This one at 50,000. This one for 47,000. Here are some clouds for like 25,000. Nah, that's some kind of other thing. Okay, here's some more chocobos. 11,000, 11,000, 10,000, 10,000. So I think those were the Japanese looking one, right? Here's a green one, sold marked down from 8,000. Yeah, really impressive. Okay. Grade the legendaries. A lot over 30K. So you got Brynhildr, you got Yuna's Whistle, you got Excalibur, you got Kefka, you got Terra, you got Xenos, Crystal Fragments, which was also with Summon Fenrir, Choco Comet, Ridya's Return, Eject, Grand Pulse Ochu, Gala Cat, Merchant, and Plains. Ho-ho. There we go. Okay. Let's go looking for that bag, shall we? This shouldn't be here. That is making it harder to go looking for bags. Here's Yugi Tao. Starting to get hard to find people in the ZW boxes because they're so full. Ugh. Okay, Yolan, Zach, Waldbeer, Yugi, Waldbeer, and Windy City Gaming. I'm enjoying my free day. You got a day off? I want a day off. All right. Zach, Winston, Exadrian, Zach, Exadrian, William. Okay, you're not in box number 2. You must be in box number 3 then. Wish this was easier. William Henry, found you. All right, very nice. I like to grade those for commander use. You can take a day off anytime, but you choose not to. I have no choice, 6. You guys shackle me here. Oh, how could you? This is your fault. 6, come hang out. I'll take a day off if you come hang out. We'll take you on a boat ride. Here's Carlton Wicks. $20 to complete Slab Away. All right, Mr. Carlton. Let's see. You have a 1 gram gold coming your way. Pulling this out. Ooh. Those are they're so cool. One more ought to pull some heat in the creature type area. I already read that. I don't believe you really want a day off. I heard you said holidays with KRS in July. It's mid-July. Yes. What? No, I love taking days off. Here we are, Mr. Carlton. That is his 1 gram gold. Yes. Very nice. There we go. How dare you, sir? Yes. Yes. Please go into the holder. Okay, good. Okay, so Mr. Carlton, let's just put this into your bag. Click. We sell more of this, by the way. There's more gold. How much you sell a gram for? Well, the last time I priced it, it was for $165. There it is. I don't know if it's changed much since then. Guess it's been a month or two. Should we look? Price history of gold. No. We just need the gold price. Gold price today. All right, there we go. Wait, that's gold. We don't want that. Okay, there we go. So, looks like gold price has been pretty steady for the last 3 months. 84, 84, 84, and it is currently 83. So gold prices have been steady. We are. All right. So now we've got 2 Pokey Shuffles, 1 round of shipping, slabs under the name Lurkin Lowry and Carlton Wicks. You got it. You got it. So we got 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. Oh, look, a poker Chansey. How nice. All right. Let's see. Here we are. Very good. Someone buy Gem 2. I smell Umbreon. Yeah, quick. You're funny, Six. Okay. Mr. Carlton. Ooh. And now he says, print me a label. Yes, sir. Set that there. Let's see. Carlton. Okay, we've got your same address. Do another Gem 2 break, says Mr. Justin French. I think we could. I think we could. You know, I haven't checked Gem 2. I haven't checked the price of Gem 2. It was moving very rapidly all of a sudden. So print on this. Oh, come on now. Sometimes the music is so fruity, dude. I can't stand it. Come on, dude. Okay. Please print. Please just print. Oh my God, it is. It's just going to print this time. So weird. There we go. There we go. Oh, let me write Lurkin Lowry on the bottom. Right. That's an important note. So we're going to say Lurkin Lowry. Who's got the crown right now? Marquette So whoever has the crown by the end goes on to the giveaway this time. We're still doing the giveaway, but it's a little different. So last time we did the list system. This time, the person who's going on to the break, we've got Hippofat so far. Hippofat's in the final round. So if you want into the final round for today, you've got to have the crown. Marquette's got the crown right now. The crown is RNG. Is it? Is it? That doesn't sound like how they would code it. If it was RNG, it would jump around. Do you just type a lot? So, now we have Gregory Carvajal. Monthly opening. Can I get 2 Sneaker Bunko Volume 2? Also, I don't know if you remember the Mew EX I pulled from Dragons Exalted well over a year ago. I just sent it to grade with PSA, and the last Mew EX PSA 10 sold for $1,000, and I only paid like $25 for a spot in that break. Dragons Exalted, what is that? I can't remember that set. You know, so Gregory Carvajal is saying something to me that a lot of people are saying. We've been running this stream for 6 years, and people are now, if you held on to your stuff, people are shocked at what things are doing now. Oh, yes, Dragons Exalted. Wow, someone wants $1 million for that freaking Giratina. Oh, my God, dude. No way. I don't think so. That's way too high. Here's the Japanese version. Wasn't the Japanese version in a different name, though? Wait, the slab will actually say it. The slab says... Oh, no, that's a 9. I thought, okay, never mind. Crazy, man. Crazy. Actually, I want to know, what was the name of it? I really want to know what the name of the Japanese version was. So, Giratina, PSA 10, Japanese. All right, let's see if I can find it real fast. Here it is. Oh, it's called Dragon Blast. So the Japanese version of the same card is Dragon Blast. So let's see, PSA 10, Dragon Blast. Because those dipped down to like $300 at one point. And I was like, 300? Okay. And now let's see what you can buy one of these for. So the cheapest one of the Japanese cards is a very expensive, like $900, which feels more like $1,000 after you buy it. Yeah, he's just crazy expensive. Prices won't be coming down. More dollars are printed every day. This run is because of inflation. Could be. Yeah, that's fair to say. All right, 2 Sneaker Bunkos, Volume 1. Let's get you taken care of. I love your story that you're talking about. He says he pulled a Mew. A Mew. Would it have been like a Mew EX? I'm trying to remember what it could have been. He pulled a Mew out of Dragons Exalted that he bought a spot into for $25. And he says the last one sold for $1,000. Crazy, dude. All right, let's see. Well, thanks for stopping in and talking to us about that. That's super cool, man. Wrong one. Oh, what did I open? Sneaker Bunko. Oh, this is a ZELLE Volume 2. Very similar, maybe, because they're both Volume 2s, but they are different. If only I could read Japanese. Maybe I should learn. If I could read Japanese, I wouldn't need to memorize the way the box looks. I could just read that it was the wrong one. Fantasia, here's this other stuff. Do I need a fresh box?
No.
No, we don't want a fresh box. What is this down here? Is that Hidden Hope? I just found like a box of Hidden Hope down here. Didn't somebody say they wanted Hidden Hope? I just found a box of it. Okay. All right. I will have to step out and get some... Read chat. I'm going to have to step out and get some Sneaker Bunko. I'll be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere. Don't eat each other. Let's see. What are you doing, kid? that little black cat is sitting right outside the door, like he's pressed against the door. He just likes listening to the stream, I think. Maybe it's because I'm awake, you know. He's like, who else is awake other than me? Here we go. All right. So this is it. You ready? Okay. Now what shall we do with these other 2 packs, huh? If you think this Pokemon Bull Run is because of inflation, you're not paying attention to the card market. You know, I think without the inflation, it would have been harder. It is. He's right in a certain, like a lot of assets really jumped in price this year, including like cars and homes. Maybe people are just financially catching up finally. And so now that they're on top of their home and their car, they're going in food, they're saying, okay, now I can spend all this money toward Pokemon. But I used to say that. I used to say Pokemon cards will go up in price just because people make more money each year. That's it. Just because people make more money. All right. We have girl number 1 and girl boss number 2. There it is. Nothing crazy coming out of those sneaker bunkos. You know, those sneaker bunkos can pull some pretty saucy cards. Didn't he say volume 1? We don't sell volume 1. Volume 1 would be like $25 a pack. It'd be crazy. No, he said volume 2. We are toss this over here. Yeah, we only sell Sneaker Bunko volume 2 in this case. There we go. That's Azure Lane volume 2. This is Sneaker Bunko volume 2. This is Azure Lane volume 2. Okay, I accidentally snipped the Azure Lane, and he asked for Sneaker Bunko. Here we are. Ta-da! So there you go, Mr. Gregory. It's all sorted out. Only thing I don't know what to do is what I do with these 2 packs. You guys can buy them, or I can open them for myself. Let's see. We did that the other day with the Final Fantasies, and I actually got kind of lucky on a Tifa. I was like, oh, good. Now I got something to grade. Ah, here we are. Okay. So that's $4.25. Your bag is pretty good. Set that in there. I love when a workplace offers that because it shows respect for someone that's willing to give. Who are you talking about? Okay. Toss that over there. I'm going crazy. You know, if you ever ran the stream, you would find out how, you know, if you talk for like an hour and a half or 2 hours or 3 hours, your brain kind of goes into a lull. You may not believe me, but it kind of goes into sort of like passive mode, highway driving mode. And then when you're opening stuff, there's all these little details, you know, like some guy may have a slightly different name, or, you know, you might have like 2 booster packs that are extremely similar, Korean Rocket, Japanese Rocket. And then you look over and you're like, oh my gosh, I've been pulling the Korean packs when I was supposed to be pulling the Japanese packs. It's so easy to make just a little mistake. So you have to be like super alert and high detail watching while you're conversating, while you're trying to be sort of like not a robot, you're trying to be human. So it's surprisingly tricky. And I know Alexis and Karis have both tried the stream, and they're both pretty aware of it now. Actually, if you ever sat down in the chair, you just look around you and you'd be like, what the hell? It's like a puzzle in here where everything's at. It's crazy. All right, here it is. Gregory, any update on my shipping? So I need a label holder, and the things are supposed to be put into the label holder. I think I'm just going to like do a makeshift one out of a Ziploc bag. I think that's what I'm going to do, because the post office is closed and they don't sell them at Target. I was at Target today, so they don't sell them at Target. So I think I'm just going to try and make a makeshift holder out of a Ziploc bag and hope that Customs doesn't care. I don't think they would care. Yeah, we're just going to take a Ziploc bag, put the thing inside, and then tape it on all 4 sides. And I think that'll do it. I think they'll just rip it open. Yeah, I think they'll just rip it open. So they'll rip open the plastic that holds the extra label. It's a customs list. I used to type those up by on an actual typewriter when I was a kid. You typed them up on a typewriter, and there was a form you put into the typewriter, and that was how you did international shipping back then. There was no software that did it for you back then. You had to type it by hand. As long as it's secured well to the box, it should be fine. I think so too. So it'll go out with the Monday mail. It should have gone out today, so I apologize for that. But, you know, I was hoping we could just go get the actual because I know what they are. There's really nice ones. They fold open, and then you can just fold them back closed. And I was like, let's get, but I don't know. They didn't have them. They didn't have them at Target. Maybe I'll just do it like, you know, the unprofessional way. And I don't think customers will care. They probably get that all the time. Here's Gregory, Mr. Gregory. All right. Aha. That worked for me shipping to the UK. Oh, you used a Ziploc bag too? Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, I'm going to be packing that one up myself. It's too expensive, so I'll be packing that one myself. Thank you, Mr. Gregory. We have an order, Jack Gray, 2 of those pokey shuffles. Jack Gray. Here it is. Thank you, Mr. C. Next month. You're an awesome individual. I hope you keep up the awesome work and keep ripping for years to come. Stay safe. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. Here we are. You too, man. Here we are. All right. 1, 2, 3. We got 2 pokey shuffles. Zoop. 2 cold pokey shuffles. That's Jack Gray. You got 2 cold ones. Here we are. You know what would be interesting is if I could get really nice bulk in here, actually. You know how we just use like cheap, like Korean bulk? Basically, we use this cheap Korean bulk. What if we had actually really decent bulk somehow? And I was able to sort of like source it for a good price. Let's see, what would be good bulk? Maybe like sun and moon bulk. So I was able to source it at a good price. And then, because I bet you if you go back too far, if you go to X and Y era bulk, it's going to cost a lot. But sun and moon should be pretty cheap, right? And then when you actually open up the pokey shuffles, you might actually like your bulk cards sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. Okay, here's Mr. Waldbeer. He says he'll take 2 of the English OP9s. English OP9s. Those were just around here somewhere. Where were they? Here they are. All right, here they are. 2 English OP9s. I might have X, Y, and sun and moon. Decent price for store credit. We can work a deal. Yeah, it would be interesting to use bulk cards that are a little older so that people feel like, hey, I do want the bulk from the Pokey Shuffle. It is. On the other hand, the Korean cards are just convenient. They're fast. I never run out of them. I think if we stick to only the Korean cards, they're very uniform looking, which is good for the anonymity within the box. The more you mix different kind of cards, the more my brain can kind of look at them and go, ooh, I think that's this or that, you know. So I don't like that ability to, because it's hard to be random if I can understand what I'm looking at. I don't like that. So I like it to be very hard to detect. I like it to be like pure, you know what I'm saying? Like rolling dice. I like it like that. I like it like that. We are. Okay, Mr. Waldbeer. That was actually a problem we were having with a certain set, the randomly pulled Carddass set. Remember that? Pocket Monster Carddass? Well, the problem was the back of the cards kind of gave them away. And so I started to do that thing where I put them all into gym sleeves. That was such a smart idea because then I couldn't tell what was what. Loved it. Really good. Okay, here we are. So, big fan of that. I don't like to know. I just like people to get what they get. And I just don't think about it. Here we are. Decent price for store credit. We can work a deal. You have a fast simulator brain. I would have never thought of that or how to describe it verbally. You're talking to me? But I 100% understood what you said. Here we are. I think you're talking about maybe like trying to run the stream and how you kind of go into highway mode. Is that what you're talking about? Here we are. All right. Ta-da. So, nice hit on channel. I have 3 different cards like the king. So this is the free card tonight. Tonight is a little bit different. The way it works, whoever has the number 1 crown by the end of the night gets onto this final list. Hippofat's on. You got to have this little crown that's handed out by YouTube. So you better research that and talk about it and maybe try to figure it out. So now we have an order from Oscar Resendez, a bigger one. He says 2 gym challenge. Oh, 2 gym challenge. Oh, I'm out of energy cards. I got to get more. YouTube, give me the crown. The crown is so unfair. It's so RNG. RNG crown. Crown. I don't know. Resend this. Here we are. Oscar. Resend this. Crown is rigged. I think you spammed the chat. No, not spam. Top fans and XP. What's the leaderboard? A place for fans to stand out in the community. The top 3 get special badges. It resets every stream, so you can always try again. How do I get on the leaderboard? You'll need to collect experience points. Here's how you get them. Send live chat message, send super chat and super stickers. Now, I think someone tested that. Someone tried sending like a super chat, and it did not give them the crown roll. So you maybe don't need to play around with that. But I would mess around with it. Right now it's Marquette, Wald Beer, and John John. Yes. A lot of them are very close, actually. Look at that. So a lot of you guys have 150 XP. Some have 75. Some have 50. You are. Crown is a scam and wig. #1 crown. Maybe it's time to boogie. You will love our new system. Well, shucks. Okay, so Oscar Resendez. Yes, tonight the giveaway is working differently. Normally you just type in TCC. That's the normal way. We did that yesterday. We're going to do it again tomorrow probably. But for tonight, it's whoever has that crown by the end of the night. All right, so 2 gym challenge spots, 2 raw shuffles, and 10 Dragon Ball manga. I don't know how I just got to 150. Well, because you're really good. Here we are. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2. Ta-da! All right. Very nice. 2 cold ones. That's for Mr. Oscar Resendez. Sorry. I'm sorry. And 10 Dragon Ball mangas. You got any of them mangas, brother? I said raw shuffles. Oh, I'm so silly. You know, those don't get ordered very often. Okay, hold on. These go back in here. That's not what was ordered. Those go back. That's easy to fix. And he is ordering these crazy things. Okay, so the problem with the raw shuffle is always that they never really fit on the table. They work just like the Pokey Shuffle, but instead of giving you slabs, they give you cards. Here we are. Okay. That is a cold pack. Oh yeah, Deli Bird all day. Pack number 1, cold. Pack number 2, you got Eevee. All right. Cold round, I'd say. The Eevee's nice. Very good. Boy, we gotta have some raw shuffle packs that are like nuts, you know, like Charizard and crap like that, right? All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7 so far, and I do not think I have any more in the room, so I need to stand up for these. I'll be right back. Okay. That cat's so awake and active, he come running around when I open the door. He's really a talkative cat. There we go. What crown is he talking about? The chat? Yes. I'm talking about Andy Man. He's got it right now. Andy Man has the crown. Do you guys really think it's random? I don't think it's random. Marquette had it for a long time. And I reminded the chat that we're handing out the free spot based on the crown. And now look, all of a sudden someone else has got it. It is. Andy Man says, no, it's cool now. Now I like it. It's a good thing. All right, good luck. Mr. Oscar. Oh, wait, I'll keep this on this side. Any breaks close to ending? Any breaks close to ending? Yes. Snip this. The Charizard break has 6 spots in it. I consider that pretty dang close. 6 spots remain on the Charizard break. The one no one wants, apparently, because he took a while. It is. But he is not a star card. People have just been buying into it. So 7 people bought into it so far. So we need 6 more people, and it goes off. If he was a popular Charizard on the table, he'd have gone off already. But apparently you guys think he sucks. I don't see it. I think he's great. I've got one in my personal collection right now. All right, let's see. So, here's Heavy Girl. Everyone is 150 XP, and it's locked. It is. All right. Is it just too much for it? A lot of them around what? Oh, you got a colored card. Ooh, R-Star. That guy looks cool, dude. Zoom in here. There we go. Look at that. That's pretty neat, man. Okay. It's just pretty stupid. Red Cell is better than Red Victini. What? All right, we've got Dragon Ball guy with earring. If you guys are not wanting your Dragon Ball hollows, the bulk hollows, you can always mention it, and we'll take them away. Here's this Red Cell kind of chill. Shiny Victini. Here is Laughing Guy, or Shouting Guy, or something. Here is... okay, here he is, very nice. And here's the same exact card twice, I guess. All right. This fat bubblegum guy, the pink guy. Okay. And, oh, oop, I put that in the junk pile, didn't I? Here's this guy. Feels like junk. Kaioken Goku. Okay. Aha. Ooh, look at that. Marquette, you got to steal that crown back from Andy Man. Can you make it happen? Sure. All right. Very good. Buy a super chat, get top number 1. I don't think it works that way. Well, we had someone buy a super chat, and it didn't seem to work. It didn't seem to automatically hand the crown up to them. Look at that. Stop talking so much. Andy's got a lot to say. He's a very talkative guy. He just has a lot to say. All right. Andy, stop yapping. Don't, not really. Andy, zip it. There it is. Oops, 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 oops. Oh my God, it's like a brick of hollows. So one downside to the mega, and now your stuff doesn't fit. That's it. It officially does not fit in the box. Let's see, can we remove anything from the box? Here's an online shopping bag, Oscar Diaz bag, Oscar Renteria, Oscar Batui. So we will be placing your cards in some precarious place and hopefully remember when it's time to ship them. All right, so further looking into it, it seems it's alphabetical, but it's also the order you get the XP. If you get to the first 150 with the letter of your name as M, you'll be first until someone with Un. Jack, wonder if this gives you XP for a crown. Slabbed away Blues Tactics. Nice. You got it, man. Blues Tactics. He's got tactics, and he is the color blue. Do you like tonkatsu sauce? Yes. We are. Okay. Set that over there. Ew, tonkatsu sauce. What do you like? Somebody who likes to eat food? Did my music just pause? Play. Steven Gonzalez for Pokey Shuffle. All right, he wants 3 Pokey Shuffles. You could keep the bulk to make it easier. If you also want the bulk, you're allowed to keep it, so you don't have to give it up, okay? Here we are. I just need, Pecharunt. Need more room for people with O in their name. Actually, we have a lot of people with O in their name buying. Ooh. Wow, Pecharunt. Can I have the crown, says Austin. Austin's testing for the crown. I bet you that does not work. But keep track of your... let me see. Where does Austin rank? Austin ranks... Alex ranks as 45. Was Alex here? Here's un-Austin. You're ranked at 37 with 75 XP. Do you guys think that will elevate him? I'm at the bottom. Someone already tried it before. It's not going to work. Let's see. Pecharunt 219. Marquette says it's rigged. Haven't chatted a lot. Austin, Texas. Austin points out that he hasn't talked a lot. That's very interesting. There we are. The crown is fracturing the community. Let's see. Does the YouTube live chat crown work? Oh my god, dude. All right, let's ask ChatGPT. Does the YouTube live chat crown actually work? It almost seems like it doesn't work. Let's see. Let me ask it. I mean, it seems like people can't gain XP. It's not random, right? Oh, how long you watch the stream, how active you are in chat. Some bots reward extra points, dono subs. Oh, it's thinking about any bot. Okay, hold on. That doesn't answer it. I was trying to figure out if there's maybe like AI has something to say about it. AI seems to think that I'm talking about any bot, any loyalty bot. All right, Steven. Nice poll, man. Can Mr. remove the crown thing? It's just pretty stupid. What? Mr., do you still have the red label tag Rayquaza VMAX 10? No. Several of those got put into slab away in the past. Hopefully those guys pay them down. I don't know if they will. I feel like I haven't seen payments on those. Okay, now we have Jacob Chickering, slab away Blues Tactics. Here it is. They said active and you only get points 3 times an hour. That's it. On my screen it says move up leaderboard, move buy super chat. I've seen people with the crown on other streams with like 1.7k XP. Time in chat counts 2. I was here till the end last night and jumped up to like number 2. You will still keep getting timed out for it. I'm not saying just for me. I'm saying in general. Can you stop bullying? Do you have Rayquaza cards available for slab away? Do I have Rayquaza cards for slab away? Ooh, good question. Here we go. So Blues Tactics. Let's put this name on the back, Mr. Jacob. Let's see. Well, the best one is the Rayquaza VMAX Alt. Wonder if that's worth picking up another one, allowing a new red label on it. You are? Okay. Now, let's go set this up. So we're going to head over to Jacob and click on this and put you right under Mr. Doggenbaugh. July 25, Jacob Chickering. PSA 10, blue, 180. And how much did you send in? You sent in $50, so $30 are done. So $150 remains. There you have it. Thank you so much. Here's Deoxys, Ninjask, Ekans Hiss, Poopitar. Look at that Poopitar. Ah, Jigglypuff. So it's time for maybe the pricey cards to be rotated out. Sorry, pricey cards. You weren't Rayquaza, Lugia, Gengar, Charizard. Nobody wants you. Look at these Pokemon we got. People are always asking me, what do you got for Slab Away? We don't want Slaking. We don't want Manectric. We don't want Jigglypuff. We don't want Ekans. And we don't want Ninjask. Really makes you think about Pokemon cards for a minute. Like, it's really not about Pokemon. It's about a couple of Pokemon, huh? All right, let's see. I don't know. Somebody buys these eventually. Let's go take a picture of this. Here we are. So this is part of the pricey channel now. Okay. Why buy a card that you don't like the Pokemon on? Rayquaza is mine. Here's Jigglypuff. Here's Ekans. And here's Deoxys. Very nice. Let's put this over here. All right. It's just interesting. I've been selling cards for a real long time. And I guess I like to see variety. I really could just have a table of Gengar, Rayquaza, Charizard, Umbreon. Could have a whole table of like red labels if I wanted, you know. And I don't know, there's just some part of me that doesn't want to do that. There we are. Weird. Must be like a Pokemon thing, I don't know. Let's see. Do you have Red's Challenge PSA 10 to put with it? I wish I did, but I do not. All right. So here's William Henry. Give me another Final Fantasy collector pack. Also, you can ship my bag out. My address may have changed since the last time. Oh, if your address has changed, we have to be very careful with that and make sure that we update it. All right, so here we go. William Henry's going deep tonight, guys. He's ordered a second Final Fantasy pack. These are the super premium collector booster packs. Magic the Gathering collector packs are always really expensive, but these reached like a triple price pretty quickly. Double price, triple price. You ready? All right, come on. Ready? Ah, Surge Foil Furion. Very nice. So this time you've got a fancier rarity here. Good. Princess Sarah. That's really neat too, actually. Look at that, guys. Celeste Rune Knight. Moogle's Valor. Aerith, Last Ancient. Oh, that's going to do well too. Look at that. Tifa Lockhart. Very nice. Okay, and Misty Mountain. Okay. CoffeeZilla made another video on the Epstein list. Oh, yeah? It is. Here's Tifa. I think Trump and all of them just have to stop talking about it and get on with business or something. They are. I don't think they're going to escape. Basically, when it comes to like conspiracy theory, I don't think you can ever escape the conspiracy theory vortex. You have to move on to something else. Here's Mountain Ambrosia, unless the conspiracy is true. Here's Torgol, Poo-Poo UFO, Cloud of Darkness, Cargo Ship, Lunatic Pandora, Chocobo Kick, and Namazu Trader. I think my perspective on it really is probably that there's not much to reveal. Because, you know, if they're hiding it or something, the next administration can just show it. And again, the other argument was, during the campaign, why didn't they just reveal it then? if it was really damaging to Trump. They would have just revealed it to take him down. So I feel like that's actually a very good point. Unless it's super damaging to both sides, that's also possible. But again, the next administration can just show it off. So you can just vote for whoever you want. You can vote for the next group to show off more of the content. Maybe they would just say the same thing, like, hey guys, there's really nothing to show off that you haven't already seen. I don't know. Like, you can't force them to do it, right? So, Mr. William, I don't know. And we can speculate forever. Endlessly speculate. I think his message that he posted on Truth Social does not look good. I think he's flopping right now. We are. All right. What conspiracy? He offed himself and his wife's in jail. Bankers and such. Was that a decent pack? I think it was. Yeah, you've got the Surge Foil Furion. Here's a Princess Sarah. I like that a lot better than some of the other cards in this slot, because usually it's like a place, but Princess Sarah is a person. And then you got a holographic Tifa Lockhart, so that's really nice. Aerith is kind of good. You got an Ambrosia Whiteheart. Yeah, I thought that pack is decent. It's also not striking me as like a big hit pack either. Like, you'll know you have a hit pack when you pull like so the Furion, right at the front. If you could pull Lightning, Sarah, Cloud, whom I missed, Tifa, one of the big characters in that same Surge Foil, you will have been doing very good with that pack. That card could be, it could be like a $200, $300, $400 card if you pull something like that, okay? And then, of course, we're always looking for the Chocobo. That would help. All right. Why would a billionaire hang himself when P. Diddy got off? You never know. Here we are. Okay. Maybe he actually did not want to face his crimes. You know what I mean? How about, there was a politician, right, who killed himself because Chris Hansen had caught him, and he was trying to interview him. And when Chris Hansen caught him, the guy rushed home and, committed unalive. So it's not impossible. So how we remedy my address change? So, Mr. William, what I need to do is go into here and take a quick look in your PayPal and see if it's changed there. No more billion, guys. World peace or market crash. What? He couldn't be allowed to talk. Yeah, that could be it. He could have been silently, gotten rid of. You never know. It's a conspiracy we'll never know, it seems, Because the Democrats they were just in power. They didn't reveal anything, did they? No. And now Trump's in power. He's not revealing anything. All right, here we go. I see you have a different address, so let me set that up for you. Okay, so we'll start here. We'll begin by deleting the old address. Okay. It's just one of those things, we can obsess over it. If you really want to know, try to vote somebody else, and you're going to have to vote for somebody else who's like, I'll show it, I will. And then maybe they'll be silenced or something, I don't know. Maybe they'll be bought. All right, there we go. But again, that assumes there's something to show, and that it's not just what they're saying it is. Maybe there was nothing there. Maybe it was like, I don't know. Maybe there's just not much to show. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I don't know how to feel about it. Trump sounds really guilty whenever he talks about it. So it makes me feel like there is something there. But maybe he's just being really unskilled socially. I don't know. Elon claimed there was something there. Remember that? Here's Tentacruel. Here's Whiscash. And here's Shanks. They wanted to fire Pam Bondi. And the two other guys, right? That's what we hear internally, that they want her out for the way she handled it. And it makes me wonder, like, what goes on behind closed doors. It's based on your watch time hours. Eventually, Andy will get it back. Ooh, look at that. Andy doesn't have it at all now. That's so interesting. And then Marquette has gotten it back. That's very fascinating. All right. Marquette was able to get it back. So, William, we have your new address on, and it's on the way. Chris Abruzzo, he says, spot in the gym pack. Also, please, 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 let me slab away that Steelix. We need more of the energy cards. Let's see, energy cards. We out of them? Where are my energy cards? We use so many energy cards, we're actually running low. By the way, guys, there was a card I was looking for my own collection. It's Gengar Prime. I didn't sell that. Do you guys remember if I sold that? Let me look it up. I'll show you what it looks like. I can't find it. I'm trying to remember if I sold it or not. I'm hoping I did not. But for a little while, I sold some cards. This guy right here. See this guy? Did I sell that to someone? You did a break on it. Oh, is that why I can't find it? Okay. Well, congratulations to him. That card's probably very valuable today. I wonder why. I guess I wanted to have something cool on the table. Pretty rare of me to put a Gengar up there. I was trying to look for it, and I was like, am I missing a box? But if I sold it, then it's all good. There's no way, there's no details on that list or no damaging evidence for both sides. There we are. Very nice. All right. Well, everyone got like super obsessed with Jeffrey Epstein when all of it started to happen. It kind of reminded me of the kind of like the Pizzagate movement. Remember that? Pizzagate? Where it's sort of like the argument was that the elites are ordering pizza, but what they're really ordering is like sex with underage people and or something like that. And they got all this coded language where they talk about pizza and tacos. And so it kind of reminds me of that because Jeffrey Epstein had all these really important relationships with people. Turns out he's doing a super bad thing. And the question is he helping other powerful people do it? And now there's almost such a mystique about it. You know, there's such a like a feeling or like a fear about it. Like, oh, they're really trying to hide it. They're trying so hard to hide it, guys, because they're all guilty. And it's like you would just never know, it seems, at this point, right? Because even if they deny it, let's say you put out a client list and he had a whole list of names of rich people who he talked to all the time. He probably does, right? Let's say he had like a cell phone and they could reveal all the names on his cell phone. That's not an immediate, you know, you're guilty of participating in this horrible thing. But maybe some people on that list are guilty, but they can't all be made guilty, right? Because there has to be some sort of evidence. There has to be some sort of, you actually have to find out who did what. Maybe some people just came over there and partied. Maybe it was just a way to rub shoulders with rich, powerful people. Maybe that was it for some, right? Like Bill Gates. I actually genuinely do not think that guy did anything because he just seems like his pee-pee's too small or something. He really does not seem like, I don't know. That's just a gut intuition. He seems too like autistic almost. Does that make sense? Like he has autism. So, but you know, maybe somebody like Trump, I don't know. Maybe somebody no one knows about, like just some billionaire who nobody really talks about. He doesn't have a strong social media presence. So, and he just wants to have a little fun tonight, you know. He's high on the coke. So yeah, I mean, but if you release a whole list of names from a cell phone, what are they all guilty of it now? And so they're probably calling up Trump saying, "Hey, you better not reveal that cell phone list because we will be very upset." So yeah, I mean, I'm betting that there's something and that they're just hiding it. And how do you release something like that? All right, let's see. Mr. Justin, 6 Japanese battle partners, and a box of Korean rocket. All right. Stephen Hawking. Yeah, exactly. Stephen Hawking was there on the island. And the one comedian with the red hair, he was making fun of it. It was really funny. But seriously, you don't think Stephen Hawking was getting involved in something like that, right? So if there's a cell phone list, he's on it. He's probably on it. But yeah, he's not on that island doing anything. He's super, he's super handicapped. But your imagination just kind of runs wild. He's guilty. Could you imagine how dramatic it would be if he did do something? Oh! So, yeah, I mean, it's just really difficult and unsatisfying. It's really unsatisfying. We are? All right, so let's get you started. A whole box of rocket. Oh, yeah. Now we want the list more than ever. I know, exactly. Now we're even more obsessed with it. That's what I was saying. Now it's got like some mystique to it. We are? All right. Yeah, I don't think they handled it very well. I think it was handled incorrectly. I think Trump shouldn't have said anything. I think he should have just shut up. Trump shouldn't have said one word. And every time he opens his mouth, he just makes it worse than it was before. Here it is. Because he actually has pictures of himself around Jeffrey Epstein. So it's like, okay, yeah. Look, the guy who was in the picture with Jeffrey Epstein doesn't want to talk about it. Ooh, I wonder why. What could be the reason for that? He's just being honest. Yeah, it's a very big weakness for him right now, and I think that he is just making it a bigger spectacle, and it's pretty obvious they're not going to reveal it no matter what. So, yeah, what do we do now, Now you just wait. Maybe someone leaks it. Maybe the next administration reveals it. Probably not, because Joe Biden didn't reveal it. There you go. All right. Imagine list is open. All your favorite artists and actors, all the bankers and presidents, all in Rockford. Yeah, possibly. Again, if he was a guy who was especially well known for having connections, he was like a guy who just got connected to everybody, well, then everyone's going to be on that list. It's really fascinating. Here's Annihilate. Okay. There's Blaziken. No one would do anything even if it did come out. Well, it could tarnish the reputations of quite a few people. It could, you never know. You never know. Like you had that Luigi Mangione guy or whatever his name was, who recently shot the CEO of whatever it was, United Healthcare. There's crazy types out there who want to do something like that. And billionaires do not want to be talked about. They do not want to be on anyone's mind. They want to live their wealthy life in privacy. And if they happen to have been... Oh, look at that Blaziken. Beautiful, man. All right. I'm liking it. Blaziken and Houndoom. Did I call this one Blaziken? Blaziken and Houndoom. You pull one fire Pokemon and then the next fire Pokemon. They just look really good together. Man, that's cool. All right. The Houndoom is such a good card. It's going to be... 20 years from now, that's going to be a highly sought-after card. Right now, he's a common card, but one day he's going to be... You wish you had him. Did he buy an entire box? One box of Korean Rocket, yep. $50, by the way, for a whole box. You want to go deep? Might need to inform this guy that I need to restock. Dang, I still need that Houndoom. Okay, here's the bird. The burb. Yes, it's the bankers, a.k.a. billionaires. Who knows? Yeah, Elon Musk said that Bannon is on the list. What does he know? Is he just lying? Has he seen something? I think Elon Musk really did spark some of the issue because he came out and said the reason Trump won't release the list is because he's on it. I forgot about that. So maybe the Trump administration was being quiet about it. And then he got into the fight with Elon Musk, and Elon Musk stirred the pot, And now he says Bannon's on the list. They are. It's very interesting. Here's Amazenta. A cold one. A Regirock. Whoa! Makes you think. I wonder why Trump didn't just let the electric rebate continue to exist for electric cars? Does he really hate electric cars? Does he really have strong friends in the oil industry? Or does he just feel very strongly about it? I don't know. All he had to do was be friends with Elon Musk and let that guy influence for him. That's all he had to do. Didn't want to. We are. Maybe he felt strongly convicted toward one thing or another. Or maybe it was a conflict of interest. Or maybe he had too many friends trying to pull him too many ways. I don't know. Reggie Rock. Come on, bro. Bring back the Camaro and the Challenger. Yeah, they just got rid of the Challenger. What a cool car. 480 booster boxes. Did you see the guy in Japan who opened 480 boxes of Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy and only got 9 color Kokobo, no gold? Well, we're going to pull a gold one on one pack. I don't want to hear it. So 6 of the Japanese battle partners for our friend Justin. Okay, Justin. So battle partners. Oh, I remember this. So we opened a full box of it just the other day for someone, and now we need to go find, I think, another case. I might have a case open in the other room. I don't think Trump cares much about anything, just confused why he allowed to violate the emoluments clause. I don't know about that. I don't know what that means. All dude does is enrich himself. Hey, I have Fate G. Wait, right. Pretty good box, I'd say. Yeah, not bad in terms of the actual AR pulls. AR pulls are decent. Raticate's a little weak, but these two are two of the best that you can actually pull out of the Glory of Team Rocket. Okay. I pulled a serialized ring off one box of Magic the Gathering. Yeah, exactly. Someone's going to get lucky. Like the guy who pulled the one ring. Could be you. Man, what are you doing? What are you doing, kitty? Kitty dashed into the room. All right. Here we are. Whew. Hey, what's up, Bob McFreewin? Very good. Here's the crazy news, too. Not too long ago, all we could talk about was Israel and Hamas, and then a little later it was Israel and Iran. Now we're on to this new thing, and those other things feel like they were a whole million years away. Doesn't it? Isn't that weird? Whatever's going on in the news, if it doesn't immediately affect you, and sometimes it does, but if it doesn't immediately affect you, it's almost like it doesn't exist. You forget about it instantly. Remember the CGC playtest cards? I barely remember it. The way news passes, the way things are forgettable. Wild. We are? All right. So, we got double. We've got a cold one. A cold one. A cold one. And pillow sign. So the kitty snuck in the room when I opened the door, and he's under the table right now trying to distract me. I couldn't even stop him from coming in here if I didn't want to. That cat was literally waiting at the door to dash in the moment I pulled the door open. There we go. He's too athletic. All right. Thank you, Mr. Justin. Is this a new bag, Justin? Let's see if it's a new bag. I feel like it is. I mean, hey, guys, all I heard is our odds are now 480 boxes better. Yeah, true. True, true, true. 480 boxes, huh? Yowza. Okay. Good. Yeah, I mean, if he went 480 boxes deep and he did not pull even one Kokobo, he kind of screwed himself. He needed to pull that Kokobo to make sense of that opening. Okay. I'm a little scared the cat's going to try and jump up on me because he doesn't understand what we're doing here. Really? Only 18 likes, says Andy? What? We don't have only 18 likes? No way. Whoa, we only have 29 likes on my screen. 29 likes. Man, it's tough to get the likes, man. Is that normal? Or maybe it's just hard to get likes in general. I don't know. Smack that like button, guys. Let me ask this: how important likes are on a stream? How important are likes on a YouTube stream in order to perform well in the algorithm? All right, let's see. YouTube's algorithm is complex and prioritizes overall viewer satisfaction and watch time above all else. Click-through rate, watch time, comments and shares, subscribe, notification, relevance. While likes are a valuable signal of positive engagement, they work in conjunction with other, sometimes more significant factors like watch time and audience retention. To perform well, focus on creating high-quality, engaging content. Well, there you go. There you go. I don't think when it comes to likes, here's how I feel about it. I don't think just shouting at you guys to like the stream is a solution to anything at all. If you really like the stream, I hope you'll like it. But I don't feel like just sitting here telling you to like the stream really matters. All that really matters is that we just put out our best content all the time. That's what matters the most. All right, let's see. So now we have Mr. Emmanuel, 100 to Kaboot Top, slab away. You got it. With an E. This is going to go to 210. Boop. And one box of Gem 2. Oh, yes, the Gem 2s. I think I was talking about those. I was saying that we should look them up and see how they are doing. Oops. That cat's making a mess over there. You can hear it. All right, let me take a quick look. New Gem 2 break. Wow, so Gem 2 has risen in price once again. Gem 2 has risen in price almost another $200. Wow. Let me take a quick look at this. Wow, that is crazy. What do we currently have our price sitting at? We're going to change Gem 2 to be 110 per box, which is 7.3. We'll just say 7.5 for now to make it simpler. All right, so Gem 2 is slightly more expensive at 7.5, 110 per box. Crazy, man. It's almost like a set you have to check each day if it's rising in price that rapidly. All right. Run a Sleepy Umbreon. There we are. All right. What do we got? Rich enough to build human farms? He's a Japanese billionaire. He's doing it for fun. Oh. Yeah, I mean, if you're a billionaire. Ow. Okay. That'll definitely get you some views on the internet. 480 boxes of Final Fantasy. That will get you some freaking views, man. Okay. Man, I could take a gigantic wad of money and do something interesting like that too, I suppose. Now the cat wants back out of the room. Oops. He thinks I'm just going to come get the door for him or something. There you go. I feel like I should leave him trapped in the room for a minute so that he doesn't want to come in here so bad. There we go. All right. Soup. 110,000. Oh my God, never mind. Let me get a third mortgage out for opening some cards. You'd need to have some money left over just to be able to grade them. It's 110. You don't got any money left over at that point. Okay. Ooh. Ow. Here's, oh, not bad. Picking up penny. Very nice. Okay. I'm betting that's your hit for the box. Oh, nice stamped card. Okay. This cat's climbing all over the place. He's like wading through all the boxes and the empty blister packs. Here's Glaceon. Here's Leafy Blown. Can you hear him rustling around? What is he doing? He'd be a billionaire, mister. He legit couldn't make a profit. If he bought at retail, it would be $360,000 in boxes. I guess that means the pack of the prices today are pretty high. Oh, you did still pull this out. Okay, that's very interesting. All right. So this is an addition to the penny card. Okay, now we know. All right. Yeah, I guess billionaires can have all the fun they want when it comes to collectibles. I wonder if it makes the collectibles less, like, valuable in a certain way. Okay. Penny doesn't take an AR slot. Kitty, what are you doing? That is too funny. Oh, man. All right. So, Mr. Emmanuel, picking up a penny. And you've got all of your other common uncommons. Very nice. It's possible to get an AR VMAX and penny with the an AR with the VMAX and penny. Okay, there we go. I said it right. Mr. Emmanuel. Larry. Where shall we find you, Mr. Emmanuel? Ah, here we are. All right. Hey, I've been doing a pretty good job with these bags lately, huh? I can't remember the last time you guys got me in trouble for putting cards in the wrong bag. Have I done that recently? I don't think I've done that in a little while. Let's take a picture of these cards. These are going to come down. Got to start taking the expensive cards down now. All right. Good. So many boxes. Very good. Okay. Ow. Reach these. Old billionaires. Here's my library. New billionaires. Here's my card collection. Yeah. Oh, we still got that Team Rocket coin. That's basically an expensive card. Here's Omastar, Slowpoke, Togepi, Dodrio. How are these cards looking nowadays? Are they looking cheaper? As everything gets more expensive, it's weird. Whoa! Janice is here. 2 boxes of Korean Rocket, 1 box Japanese OP12, 20 Poke Shuffles with Steven Gonzalez. Dang, Janice, you got it. All right. Gem 1 has Captain Pikachu, 151 has Special AR Pikachu. 1, 2, 3, so 20 Poke Shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, let's see what happens. Holy. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That was a very good round. So this is the 5 Live Customs Chase card. That's a $100 value. That's another 40, and Knockdown's probably another 35. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, we got to set these back up now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So there it goes. That goes back in. Did my music just cut out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's going back in. Okay, those are restocked. Those always get immediately restocked. Now, the knockdown is pretty uncomplicated. Here he is. Nice little knockdown. The knockdown notably has a -5 on it. So this becomes $40. Okay. So that's down to 40. Let's get that music playing again. Stream got busier at the end of the night. Crazy. Okay, so this is yours for Steven, right? Okay. Now, how about this live customs box? So 7 packs out of the live customs. Ooh, I hope you pull something. Get your trigger finger ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So no pull by the end. You got one in the middle, but that's notable that you swept 4 of them, okay? Other people were counting that. Poker Oshawott. Oh, that's a cute one. Poker Oshawott. Yeah, that's a cute one. You'll like that one. Let's go grab him. Here he is. Ah! He's adorable. Look at that Oshawott. All right. Box is hot. Well, well, well. Quick, snipe. Okay. Well, look at this. This is going from 40 to 35. Right on these. Okay. Tossing that over there. Now, you need 2 boxes of Korean Rocket, 1 box of OP12. Here's a box of the OP12. Definitely missed that snipe. All right. Ooh. I'll have to step out of the room to get the rocket cards. Before I do that, though, let me message a guy. There we go. All right. I'll do a larger restock on those Korean rocket boxes. They're so fun to open. I feel like they're probably going to be open for a long time from now on. So I'll take a larger order of them and just let them sit there for a while. How much is the OP12? It's not on the list. Yeah, it is. OP12, $3 per pack. $3 per pack. So I think it's 72 per box. Surprisingly affordable one-piece set. Okay. Sniper, adjusting scopes. Even if you're late to the snipe, guys, even if you're late, you shouldn't fear it, because let's say somebody opens up 2 packs ahead of you in the live customs. That doesn't mean that the next live custom was definitely coming out in the next 2 packs. Might be the pack after that. Might be the 3rd pack. Could be the 4th pack. Maybe somebody went a little crazy and they said, give me 4 of those live customs because they didn't want to get sniped by any of you guys. So you really don't know what happens next. There's a chance the next card was valued around $100. There's a chance the next card was valued at $200. You just don't know. Maybe it's 180. Maybe it's 240. All right. Ooh. Nice looking card. Stat boosting. Oh. Here's this. Here's this. All right. All right. Okay. Oh, ta-da! Boobies Mickey! I'm contemplating buying another pack. You should. I'd love to see it get opened. I'm a little bit biased. I'm the card shop owner. But let's say I wasn't the card shop owner. I'd still love to see it get opened. All right. Kitty, what are you doing? All right. 97.8, getting closer. Yes, and it's time for me to get back to making content. You might have noticed I took a little 2-week break there from making any content. Time for me to get back on track with that. All right. Oh, double hitbox. Hell yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. Double hitbox. All right. This. Okay. So, that was OP12. Let's go get some Team Rocket. Let me make sure I'm not going to run over any cats. Okay. I've always had a bad image in my mind of running over the cat's paw with my fat butt. I'd probably break the paw instantly. I don't want to do that. All right. The cat went dashing off the room. He's like, I'm out of here. I'm free, bitches. We are. Okay. Get it right, get it tight. What? Set that there. Oh, yeah. Mamma mia. Okay. All right. Good. Booty, 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 rocking everywhere. Who wrote that song? It's almost as good as Mozart, 31st Sinatra Symphony. Did I say Sinatra? Okay. All right. Booty, 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 rocking everywhere. I got my something. I was a homeschooled Catholic boy, so you just know I partied hard. Bubba Sparks. Oh my God, I haven't heard that song in I haven't heard that name in a long, long time. Bubba Sparks. Wow. It's crazy because I do recognize that. There was a time in my life where I discovered the iPod. I think I was like 15. And I started downloading every single song off the internet onto that iPod. I used BearShare, and I do remember Bubba Sparks. How about that one song, the Grills song? Rob a jewelry store and buy me a grill or make me a grill or something like that. You know, I was ready to get some grills, man. Hi, BearShare. Yeah, a lot of people had LimeWire. I'd seen LimeWire. My family used BearShare. Okay. It's not stealing, we're just sharing. Sharing. Here's Zapdos. Cold. My dad loved that software. You know, the first time I watched Star Wars Episode 3, the one with Anakin Skywalker, the first time I watched that was on our kitchen table. My dad had downloaded the whole movie off the internet. We couldn't really go to movie theaters very often. We were too poor. 11 children. How you gonna pay for 11 children and go to a movie theater consistently? You can't do that. So he got the whole thing for free, and he was so excited. So he got the family TV, pulled it off the TV holder because, you know, you had a whole shelf that held like a TV. And he plugged up his computer to it, and he played it right there on the kitchen table, and we ate dinner and watched it. And it was pretty amazing. I was like, wow, this is awesome. What? It's like, we're watching a movie at our kitchen table. It's so strange. It was really good. Well, very memorable. $10 bucket of popcorn with the free refill. We did have something like that. We had a... oh, I'm sorry. So $10 bucket popcorn is considered cheap these days, by the way. So there was a cheap movie theater growing up. It was called the St. Andrews Cinema. I bet it's still there. Is it still there? I wonder what's still back where I used to live. St. Andrews Cinema. Is it closed? It's still open. How long has it been alive? There are no show times. Oh, is it out of business? Oh no. Oh no. St. Andrews Cinema out of business. It's got to be out of business. Oh, here it is. Beloved St. Charles Cinema set to reopen Friday 4 years after fire. No, I can't figure it out. I can't figure out if it's open or closed. All right. So anyways, that was $1 movie theater, the St. Andrews Cinema. You came in, you watched a movie, genuinely, for $1. They made all their money on concession, all of it. So that's how they did it. And the concessions weren't that expensive either. And that was how I watched a number of movies growing up. You wait like a year or two after the movie had come out, and like a year or two later, St. Andrews Cinema had it. And you're like, hey, there it is. Let's go watch it, guys. And my family could actually afford that. Yes. All right. Yeah, we watched a bunch of movies that way. Scary movies, maybe like some B-tier movies. If it was really like top-tier movie, like Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, we would actually go see that. Especially me and my older siblings. The older siblings, we were like a group, right? And so we would split off from the main family and watch it on our own with our own money. So, you know, my parents were fine with that. They're like, yeah, you're spending your own money. Go do it. Go have some fun, you know. And so we'd go off and we'd watch movies that way at the big movie theaters. But the little dinky one, the crummy falling apart one, St. Andrews Cinema, $1 movies. Amazing. All right, there we go. Those were really special times back then because you didn't have Netflix yet. Netflix was not a thing. So you had to go to the movie theaters for movie theater experiences. You had to. And movie theaters were popping, man. They were loaded with people. You were crowded. You were like, you'd have to rub elbows with some, you know, greasy fat guy. I guess today I'm the greasy fat guy. But you know, back then I was a kid and you'd have to rub elbows with some yucky adult because there weren't enough seats. They actually cared about who got what seat because there just weren't enough of them. Nowadays, you go in a movie theater, half the time it's empty. You're like, oh, you can get any seat. And so many movies came out every month. Not only that, the movies came out and they were generally not too bad. There were a lot of great movies back then. It's almost like movies hit a peak in the 2000s, early 2000s. You know, think of all the great stuff that happened around that time. George Lucas finishes his trilogy, right? And then we get Lord of the Rings and we get Harry Potter all in that time period. And it's just an amazing time for book reading, and it's an amazing time for movies, and yeah, not too bad. Nowadays, I don't know what it is. Everything feels like it sucks now. Like this latest Pixar show that came out, Pixar movie. I don't know what it's about, but they got that bean mouth animation where all the characters' mouths look weird. And I can't stand it. And a YouTuber made some video about that. And I said, oh my God, that hits the nail on the head. It's the bean mouth syndrome. I hate that look. It's such a terrible style. So it looked like a cartoon to sell me insurance or something. So anyways, we didn't have that back then. We had Toy Story 2, Toy Story 3, right? So, and those were still pretty decent. You didn't have any. Ooh, that's a good card. That is a good card. Look at that, Mewtwo, guys. All right, beautiful. Let's see what we can get for your ARs. Yeah, TV was very popular in my home. Everyone loved TV. Everyone loved movies. Everyone except my mom. She hated them. I think I turned into my mom as I got older. She didn't watch them. She didn't laugh. She didn't watch any TV shows. That was like the number one thing my dad liked doing, probably, was watching shows. And we all liked it as a kid. We liked it tremendously as children. Weirdly enough, I guess as I got older, the enjoyment faded away from me, so I don't do it as much anymore. There we go. Very nice. I struggle with stories. I just don't get attached. What do we got? Stories don't move me. Here's, Zamazenta. She sounds fun. Dude, she would not even read like a comic strip or like a comedy anything. You could almost not make her laugh. She's just not a person who laughs. And I never got that. My dad was more like a comedian type. He liked joking. He was very charismatic. Almost like, what would you say? Eccentric, right? Like, or manic. Maybe a little bit manic. And I do get manic too. I get manic over the Pokemon cards. But yeah, he was very eccentric. And then she was just like, she was like an accountant's accountant or something. She was like as dry as sandpaper. Yeah, but yeah, she didn't really generally enjoy movies at all. Ooh, yeah, picking up another Houndoom. I'm not going to complain about that. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Man, that looks good every time. What did she enjoy? Pretty much one thing. She really deeply enjoyed it. Religion. Man, she was religious. She was severely religious. I remember that. She was severely religious, and she was severely in tune with sort of like class awareness. So she was very aware if the neighbors dressed better than us. She was very aware if somebody else's children were more disciplined than us. She was very aware of like education. She had like these really high expectations. Very, very strict. She was like, you got to do really good in your math. You cannot be a loser. She had that kind of language right away. She's like, you will be a loser and a bum. And she was a rough dude. She was very, very rough. My dad didn't really talk that way at all. He was, but again, he was like eccentric. He liked to spend money. So she'd take all the money away from him so he couldn't spend it. He liked to spend. And he definitely worked, man. He worked like crazy and never complained. Never, ever, ever complained. So he was in generally a good mood pretty much all the time. And he would just work like crazy, crazy hours. Here we are. Look at that. She was smart. That's what I do remember. She was, if you tried to argue with her, you would not win the argument. She was very smart. So, but she was just, it doesn't, being smart's one thing, but being likable is another thing. So you can be as smart as you want and still nobody likes you. And being super smart doesn't make anyone want to be around you. Look at that Mewtwo. Very nice. Ooh, Spidops. A Wheezing. Ho ho. Very nice. Let's see. He used to suck trying to watch a movie with my stepdad. He would totally criticize it the entire time and go like, this is fake, right? That's me. That's me. If you sat next to me while we were watching a movie together, I'd be like, oh, look at these fake actors pretending to have feelings. She's not really crying. She just gets paid to cry on screen. And then I'd be holding the remote like this. Skip, 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 skip. It's a boring scene anyways. The scene's okay. What does this even matter? Skip, 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 skip. That's the watching a movie with Mr. Cardconomist experience if you had to watch it with me. When is this movie going to end? I got to get back to work. When's this movie going to end? I got to watch some TikToks or do some card grading or shop for Pokemon cards. Horrible. I feel sorry for my wife because she actually enjoys movies for their own merit. So she would probably watch all movies, never skip through them, and she would just enjoy them. But she's stuck with me. So it was pretty bad. There we go. Oh, all right. There we go. I found success comes more in how you treat others. I think we were kind of saying something like that. I was saying something like, remember we were talking about negotiating on cards, and I said it's really important that you make friends with the people you're doing card trades with. It's not as much important to get the absolute lowest price. Oh, I'm killing him. I raked him over the coals. I got this card off of him. He sold it to me way too low. You know, if you talk and you treat the guy you're working with that way, I don't think you do as well in the long run. You might do well if it's just a stranger, but if it's somebody who's like got a lot of cards left and you might want to do a deal with them later, it's just not a good thing in general. It is. Ooh, Numo. Better to use language like, I know you need to make some money off of this. You know, when you say something like that, they go, oh, you get it. Okay. I'm not just here on accident. I'm here because I'm looking to make a little money off of my card that I'm selling. So everyone's kind of doing that all the time. Miss Tammy, 5 Destined Rivals. You got it, Miss Tammy. And 1 Magic Pack using my credit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Get out of top 3, John. If you be fair with someone like that, they'll come back to you again. I found success. Oh, I already said that. TCC does not get the remote, guys. That's right. I'm going to have the remote, and I'll be like, this is the dumb scene. It's just the intro. Bloop, 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 bloop. You waste so much time in the intro. Bloop, 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 bloop. Fast forward. All right, Miss Tammy. Big Tammy opening tonight. Okay. That's how I watched pretty much the rest of The Walking Dead. Like the second half of The Walking Dead, remote in my hand, right like this, fast forward. Whole time. Actually, they came out with a new Walking Dead season or not a season, but like a new show, right? With the one girl and her baby. I don't remember her name or the baby's name anymore. God, I don't remember any of their names, man. It's like my brain doesn't want to hold on to that information. Okay, give me a second here. So that'd be 145 plus 50 minus 220. So you got $25 remaining. Here you go, Miss Tammy. Herschel's daughter. What was her name? She looks like a real Rachel type. And then she had a baby with Glenn. And it was Negan who killed Glenn. Okay, so it's a new show featuring Maggie and Negan and Maggie's boy. Did you guys watch that one? That one was on Netflix. It came out, what did it come out, like 3 months ago, maybe? About 3 months ago? I think there were like 6 episodes. I watched all 6 episodes of those in a couple hours in one day because I pretty much skipped through the entire episode. Like almost the entire thing. I was really selective. I would stop the video for just a moment, pick up on a key moment, and then I'd go skip. I'd gotten so good at doing that, skipping through the show, because I'd already practiced it so much with other shows. You can really skip most scenes and just pick up on the key scenes and know exactly what's going on. And that's how I play video games too. I just skip through all the cutscenes, and you still kind of get a sense of what's going on. Oh, you're hitting on a big one. Look at that Misty Psyduck. Beautiful. Look at that. We are. Take a look at that. Oh, lovely. Man, I got to put a case of this aside for myself to open live because we're opening a video because I need to open some of this stuff. I want to pull my own Mewtwo. I want to pull my own Nidoking. I like the Nidoking from this set maybe way too much. He's a cool-ass card. Okay. No one likes Maggie. Maggie's a bit. No, I'm just kidding. Well, yeah, because they killed Glenn. She'd been going all those years without any, without any smoochies. That'd make you crusty too. You'd get crusty. Imagine you had ooh, look at this. Imagine you had the love of your life. He's just a sneaky Asian boy. Isn't that what he said or something like that? In the show, and then some stupid asshole named Negan is like, oh, smash your husband's face in front of you. Now you got to work with Negan. I'd be crusty too, man. I'd be some crusty ass, Karen ass sort of, bleh. And then everyone would be like, why is it such a bad mood? Gee, I wonder why. Negan killed Glenn. Yeah, just buy it, mister. All right, set that there. Okay, that's not too bad. I like the Tyranitar. It's a nice little card. There it is. If you ever don't want your Tyranitar, all you got to do is say so. I'll take them. But here we go. Let's see. I'll sleeve them up for you because I like them so much. because I think he's probably pretty gradable. What do you guys think? So here's Hero. Wow, that's the $1,000 Hero card. Come on. Sin, Spira's Punishment. No, that's not Tifa. Here's Golbez. All right. Does it get better? Celeste, Rune Knight. Fandaniel, Teleforio Askian. Aerith, Gainsborough. It's a pretty British sounding last name. Lindblom, Industrial Regency. Island. Summon Anima. We got Prompto, Black Waltz, Gahara, Grahatiha, Shambling Seat, Retrieve the Esper, Airship Crash, Gongaga. Gongaga. All right, there we go. The Kaido King is peak. I really like the Nido King. You know, a lot of people put all the attention on the Mewtwo in the Rocket set, but the Mewtwo artwork ended up being a little controversial. Like, I can't tell if I love it or not. It's like I like it, and then I don't like it. And then I do like it, and then I go, I don't know if I like that. You know what I don't do that with? The freaking Nido King. He is cool as hell. The Moltres, too. Like, the Moltres is just okay. Sometimes I really like it. Sometimes I stare at it, and I go, I don't know if I like it. And then there's the Moltres. Wait, I already said that, right? Oh, the Crobat. The Crobat. So the Crobat, one more. He's also like this card where I look at it and I say, I think it looks good, but do I like Crobat? So, you know, a strangely good card in the Rocket set is that Nido King. Look at this beautiful Aerith Gaines, bro. Okay. Miss Tammy Lamb. Tammy, your box is way over here. Let me pick this up real fast. There we go. Wait, was it really $1,000 card? It was $1,000. Whoa! Okay. How you feel about the Ho-Oh? Ethan's Ho-Oh is just fine. I just don't think Ho-Oh, the Pokemon, is very popular. When you got like Lugia. Most people want Lugia. And then there's the Cynthia's Garchomp. That's cool. I don't really like Cynthia. I like Garchomp, but Cynthia I don't really care for. So, yeah. The Rocket Nido King ends up being one of my top cards from that set. Also, I like the Team Rocket's Tyranitar too, but he's just a holo, so you don't get to enjoy him as like an alt-art. Zachary Stex, 15 OP12. You got it, 15 of the OP12s. Ooh. I didn't shoot Trying to Behave for a week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There you go. Okay. All right, what we got? What we got? Snipping that. Snipping this. I had a mango today. Oh my God, it was so good. I had a mango, the mango fruit. Just a regular mango from Walmart. It was a nice big one. Really firm. I don't like soft mangoes. I like firm mangoes. Almost like unripe. There we go. All right. Here's a holo. Oh, what? Very nice. I had a plum the other day. Just trying some fruits I don't normally eat. I ate a ton of the cherries in the summer and the spring. Do you guys like those cherries? Oh my God. Look out if you're around me. I'll eat all the cherries. Those are so good. It's weird if you eat them. Oh, double hits. Are these double hit boxes? Is that how it works now? I like that, man. I always felt like one hit was too, it was too easy. Did you salt the mango? Salt the mango? What the hell? Salt on a mango? That's like people who put salt on a cantaloupe. I'm sorry, not a cantaloupe, a watermelon. Who puts salt on fruit? It doesn't make any sense. All right. Not everything's meant to have salt on it. Did you put salt on your ice cream? There you go. I actually think there is a little bit of salt in ice cream. There's a little bit of salt in desserts. Fruit, though, you don't need it on fruit. Okay, there we go. Very good. I know you like stinky food, mister. Have you ever tried durian? I've never tried durian. And also, I'd like to point this out. I like spicy foods too, but I'm not looking to eat Carolina Reapers. And same with the stinky food. Like, I like stinky food. That doesn't mean I love like stir-strumming or something like that. You know, like everybody I've seen who eats stir-strumming, they literally gag. And I'm looking at that going, that's just some sort of weird masochist behavior. Like, I actually like to enjoy my food. People think, for example, like anchovies are gross. No, man, they're actually really decent. You have to enjoy the umami flavor. There we go. Boiled eggs are a little stinky. And you can pair that with sardines. You can pair that with kimchi. But those aren't like crazy food items. You could really get into those food items. There's nothing too unusual about them. But I'm not going to do stir-strumming. Here we are. Oh, you like stinky foods? We wash some fruits in salt water. Here we are. Is that just to make them extra clean? Wait, you wash fruit? What kind of fruit do you wash? Let me think. Did my family ever do that? You know, we got a lot of our own fruit. My family, we had a big plum tree. We had a gigantic peach tree. We had an apple tree. We had 3 cherry trees, and they were humongous. And they had these giant loads of cherries. Then we had 2 dwarf peach trees, which gave you these little peaches, but you could eat them. They were like apricots or something. It was really strange. So we had 2 dwarf trees. And then, trying to think if we had anything else. I think that's all of it. There was a gooseberry tree or something like that in the neighbor's yard that hung over our yard, and we'd eat that sometimes. Oh, we also grew cantaloupes and watermelons, but they were never as good as the store-bought ones. Those didn't do well. The peaches were incredible. We get these big freaking peaches, and the branches of the tree could not hold them. They could, but the whole tree would be like bowed down because the tree was doing so well. These giant fat-ass peaches. We didn't prune it at all. You know, you hear that from people who raise fruit trees. They say you got to prune it. We didn't prune it, and we got like millions of peaches from it, and they were huge. And so it was a really good... it was actually annoying, too. This is the problem with having a yard full of fruit trees. If you do not clear all of the fruit away, including the ones that are no good and fall on the ground, you will get hornets. You will get yellow jackets out the ass, dude. So yeah, you would be picking the tree and there'd be yellow jackets all over the place. And you'd be like, oh my God, I'm going to get stung. I'm going to get bit. But that never happened to me. I don't know if it happened to my siblings. It was really a nuisance. The yellow jackets would build their nests by the fruit trees. And so they'd just show up every summer with the fruit. And it's like, Jesus Christ, dude, leave us alone. But they went after the overly ripe fruit that fell on the ground. They didn't go for the good stuff that was still in the trees. So, you know, you just kind of avoided them. All right, Mr. Zach. I remember in the summertime, the neighbors would pick at our cherries. The neighbor kids, they'd hang out with you under the cherry tree. And you could pick because not all the cherries turned ripe at the same time. Some were red, some were still green. And you could pick the red ones and eat them right there. And my dad had these huge nets he started putting over the trees because the friggin' birds would try to eat them so much. It's really annoying. All right, that was for Zachary. Millions on peaches. Peaches for me. Peaches, peaches, peaches. Your yard must have smelled rotten when fruit died. Well, so that's what we started doing. We started taking all the fruit that fell on the ground, like especially the peach tree was a bad one. A bad situation if you didn't do this. So we would take apples, plums, peaches that fell down, and we would always dispose of them. You virtually had to. And it wasn't that hard. You would just put on like you'd get like a Walmart plastic bag. You just go in there and treat it like a glove. You'd pick up the rotten fruit and you'd throw it away. And then it was done pretty fast. You know, that stuff didn't last very long. So we would harvest it all and eat it, and we'd freeze it too. We had huge Ziploc baggies of cherries every year because the cherry trees were unbelievable. They were unbelievably productive. These were just giant cherry trees in the front yard. They were in the front yard, and the apple tree and the plum tree and the peach tree were in the backyard, spaced out, and they all did really well. I don't know. The apple tree didn't do as well as the other two, but the plum tree would be a problem too. That one was right next to the shed. The plums would fall. Same deal. You get like these hornets and yellow jackets, and they all wanted to eat the plums, and you're like, oh, shoot. Well, not just those, but like flies as well. But especially the yellow jackets were scary. You did not want to get bit or stung. Pears reign supreme. Pears are good. We looked at the pears today at Walmart, but they were yucky. William Henry is back. 1 box of Gem 2. All right, Mr. William Henry. We got our scary Gem 2 boxes. Have become unbelievably expensive. There they are. Ready? Your dad seemed pretty smart with all the stories you tell about him. I think he was. He was college educated. My grandfather, who's still alive, by the way, on my dad's side, he worked in aviation. He was like a mechanical repairman for airplanes for the actual, like Boeing or something like that, whatever they have in Kansas City. And then my uncle has a degree in electrical engineering, and then my dad's got a degree in like electrical circuitry, which I guess is similar but easier, maybe, I don't know, or like it was a shorter education. And then my degree is in computer science. I actually finished it's a bachelor's degree of science in computer science. All right, so it's a BS in computer science. And so those are super easy. And I didn't think my mom was dumb either, but she was like dumb in other ways, you know. She was like dumb in relationships. You can be smart with like numbers and be bad with people. Actually, I think that tends to be the case. We are. You can be good with numbers and bad with people. All right, there we go. You talk about the wood business too. I really did learn a lot from that. That is a experience that none of you guys got to have that I did. And it played a pretty gigantic role in my life. And I question the public school system because you do not get to experience that in the public school system. You guys probably had a great time in public school. I don't know if you did or not. But I was homeschooled badly. But what I did most of all is child labor. I just went out and worked for my dad's small wood business. And that's where I learned how to operate a business at home. One of the most important parts of it is one day you're just watching your dad get all crazy and he just starts buying really big, expensive items. And he's all of a sudden selling them. And you go, oh my gosh, this is a real thing you can do. And then you know how businesses are formed. It's like, oh, one day somebody just got up and started working on it. Oh no, not the Jolteon right at the start of the box. Go. There we go. Yeah, like watching my dad buy the bandsaw for thousands of dollars when we were like super broke. I mean, my family was like wondering if we would go homeless. And then he whipped out a credit card and he's like, yeah, I'll take that super expensive bandsaw over there, that giant one. And I was like, are you sure about that? And it was all on a hunch that he could chop wood up with it and sell it on eBay, which was a new thing back then. eBay was new. He did it on a hunch. He's like, I think I could cut hardwoods up into smaller pieces and sell that all day long. And he was right. So he took this spectacular risk for the whole family. He took this really giant risk on. And it starts with you buying a machine that makes you more productive. So you buy this machine, it makes you more productive than you could have been without the machine. And now you need some sort of way to sell. You need some sort of distribution system. So my brain started to kind of analyze that kind of stuff. I said, oh, my dad found a distribution system that was on the internet. It was eBay. And my brain would like think about that kind of stuff, you know, like dwell on it. Like that's really fascinating that you can sell stuff without having to have a physical shop like Walmart. Walmart has to have a physical shop. And so that's where I got my idea of selling cuts of wood on social media. Because back then they didn't have like Instagram yet. What they had were woodturner forums. Woodturner forums where these old guys would meet up and talk to each other. You'd make a post, you know. And I said, why do we have to sell on eBay? eBay takes a cut. We should sell on these woodturner forums. And my dad didn't like that idea, but I tested it out and it worked. I actually saw other guys doing it. I saw one guy who ran kind of like a competing business to ours. And he would post a whole price sheet in a post on the wood forum, and the forum didn't ban him for doing that. They're like, yeah, you can do that. And then he would presumably take a lot of orders from this. And I said, it feels like he's making a lot of money from this. And I started doing it too. And it was just my little experiment, and it worked. Sold a lot that way at a really high margin. So I understood margin. As a kid, you started learning concepts like margins. So imagine you're like 13 years old learning the concept of a business margin. Let's see, you start with the raw material. Your dad buys this $10,000 bandsaw and rigs it up in your garage. Now you can take this raw material and chop it into pen blanks. And now this log that originally cost you $60 is being sold for like $200. What's your costs? What's your labor? And what's your margin? And so that was very hands-on. You didn't have to read it in a book and be tested. Oh, do you know the vocabulary? Do you know the vocabulary? Did you read the book? Did you sit down and read the book all day? You didn't? Oh, you're not smart. It wasn't like that. Like, you actually just went out and did it. And so kids who have dads who are running little businesses, I think those kids have humongous advantages in life. Especially if your dad's doing a very unconventional type of business, you know, so like something that's very cutting edge. You have like this huge advantage in life later on if you take those skills on with you to do something yourself. All right, William, no luck. You pulled a Jolteon. Darn. Where'd you get the wood? So it turned out St. Louis has this guy named Hibden, and he is a provider for much of the United States of high-quality imported woods from places like Mexico and Brazil. And he owns huge chunks of land in those places. And not just that, he owns the distribution system that transports it from those places to America. So he's this guy who's like a multi-millionaire with land in these other countries, with whole groups of employees in these other countries, chopping down trees for him and transporting them to St. Louis, Missouri. We were living next to that, and my dad started dumpster diving that guy's dumpster, and his junk was like gold. He would throw away these big cuts of wood, and they were worth hundreds of dollars. But for him, it wasn't worth it because he's busy working with, you know, like whole wood shops. So like if you're a exotic hardwoods wood shop, you would buy big cuts of premium lumber. We didn't do that. We took the junk and we would carve out all the little pieces that were good. And there's guys who do things like knife handles and guys who do pens, and they needed little cuts. So you can take his junk in his dumpster and flip it into thousands and thousands of dollars, but you had to have a really nice bandsaw to do that. And so that was it. That was the beginning of it all. And I tell that story from time to time. I feel like it's a good story because you've heard about me running this, but I'd already had an experience of starting up a home business in my family when I was young, and we were almost homeless because we could not afford 11 children, and my mom didn't have a job. It was just my dad. So we could not afford 11 children. So we're up to Brandon Warder. He ordered this 40 minutes ago. Let's just check the waters, make sure there's no other orders in the queue that might be competing with this. All right, good. There are no ZELLE orders and there's no CASHAPP orders. So Brandon, you are next. Here goes. We got 1, 2, and 3. I tell this story. Oh my gosh, you got it. Let's see what it is. What did you get? Boom. Beedrill 6. What could Beedrill 6 be? He punched the trees. That's right, he punched the trees. Well, it's not this. I feel like we just pulled a Beedrill out. Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't we just pull a Beedrill out like a minute ago? Actually got it. Proud of you, mister. People can see how you started in life. Oh, yeah. There was so much pressure to try and make money in our family because we were so close to running out of money all the time. Now, wait a second. That Beedrill's already been pulled. Yeah, you did a couple days ago. All right, here's my theory. The Beedrill went into the box twice, but there's only one Beedrill. So what do we do in this case? There were a total of 7 spots, weren't there? I think there were a total of 7 spots. She swept 4, didn't she? I think she swept 4, and then he just opened 3. Is that right? All right, so watch this. So, Brandon, it's your lucky day. because the Beedrill is missing, it was a total of 7. Okay. Oh wow, new situation outside of the rules. No. We've had this happen before. This has happened. This has happened a couple times actually. This has happened a couple times. So in place of the Beedrill, you get the total value of the number of packs that led up to the Beedrill. So that would be 7 spots at $20 a spot. You have a $140 credit now. Here you go, Brandon. Wow. There it is. So, Brandon, we believe there was an error where the Beedrill was entered into the box twice. I do not have 2 of those Beedrills, so you are given the value of all the spots leading up to the Beedrill. Not bad, actually. He says, that's quite solid. Yeah, that's not bad at all. $140 store credit. Nobody's complaining about that. So now we have an order from Mr. Oscar Renteria, Glory of Team Rocket ×2. Let's get it. All right. You know what's interesting is it seems like a lot of people did not try to snipe the live custom box, just you. Okay, it looks like we need a fresh box. Looks like we need a fresh box of the Team Rocket Japanese. So where's that hiding? Is that way back here? Yeah, it is. That's not so bad, is it? In a way, you might even prefer that because you know the Beedrill was a PSA 6. So you might not be somebody who wants a Beedrill PSA 6. But the thing about the Beedrill was he was also really fancy. He was a vintage Beedrill from Legendary Collection. So, you know, in general, he's a really cool card. But with 140, you could do a beginning payment toward a big slab away. You could do 7 fresh live customs whenever you feel like it. You could go deep in the Poke Shuffle. You could participate in several breaks on the table, like the Charizard break. Or you can just buy something outright. Whatever you want. I'm surprised. I feel like anytime I go for the snipe, 5 others do. It's been kind of slow lately. Probably because we're in July. Yeah, it's been kind of slow lately. Here we are. This is definitely a slow month. That name is too close to mine. Oscar Renteria. Different Oscar. We got a couple of Omars too. There we go. All right, here is Moltres, and here is a cold one. Very nice. Thank you, Mr. Oscar. Haha. All right, let's grab this. I thought I saw your bag. Here it is. Yeah, Oscar Renteria. Thank you, Mr. Oscar. Your bag is dated for 225, okay? You don't want it to reach 226, by the way. I'll just mention that. We're not close to 226, so you got plenty of time left. All right. Okay, wow, look at this. So it looks like the queue has just cleared up. Tonight has been actually not too bad of a night. Not as crazy as it could be, but not that bad either. I really don't think it's that bad. We've had crazier nights. Here's a girl. Here's this thing. Here's this guy for 3,000 or offer. How much money should I hold for taxes? 30%? However much you need, really. The way I kind of do it is I don't save anything for taxes for the first half of the year. And then the second half of the year, I start building up I start putting most of the money towards a large payment for the taxes. When I hit a certain goal, I then move that into a 4% bank account where you get 4% annual on the money. And then when it's time to pay, I roll out the payment. So I hate it. Paying too much taxes does start to feel a little bit like legal robbery. I think that's the upsetting part, yeah. When you pay too much taxes, like you don't consent to it, it starts to feel like legal robbery at some point. You're like, wow, what's the difference between this and getting mugged? Let's see. How much would it cost to look at one of my slabs to see if there's potential to crack and resubmit? You would like a review of one of your slabs. Is it like a PSA return or a BGS return? Here's Tyler McKinsh, 10 Pokey Shuffles. All right, you got it, Mr. Tyler McKinsh. 10 of these. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. What do we got here? Ah, the Burger King Charizard. Not bad. Burger King Zard. All right. He was an $85 card, so you technically got him a little cheaper. Rawr. He's made out of gold. It's a real gold plating. We should make a video where we get a whole bunch of these Charizards together and melt them all down into gold, like real gold. This. Until there's like some actual gold there. All right. Oh, I was learning stories about the gold rush on YouTube. It's so fascinating. It almost made me think of Pokemon cards a little bit. Yeah. Pokemon cards are like the new gold rush. But yeah, I was learning about the gold rush on YouTube. Super interesting. Very, very fascinating. I'm out here staking my claim. Let's see. I'm thinking about submitting it to tag instead. There were moments that I felt was sort of familiar. Like one guy would find gold, and then he would tell somebody, and then all of a sudden he'd go back to go looking for more gold, right? But the whole area was taken over by other guys. That was like that was like when I found out Rocket Returns is pretty cool, and I said, I'm buying these Rocket Returns. And then I come back to the internet, they're all gone. All the ones I wanted are bought. I was like, damn it! All of a sudden I have to pay more for the same Rocket Returns card. And I realized I shouldn't have told anyone. And so, you know, there was stuff like that. There was also like a guy who was like obsessed with getting more gold, and he died getting gold. And I'm like, that'll be me. I'll die trying to get more Pokemon cards, and then none of it will matter. You know, so it's like, imagine you find gold and you're addicted to gold because it makes you wealthy or something like that. But this guy never actually spent his wealth. He just kind of kept digging for more gold, and then he died digging for gold. That was it. He died of gold digging, and it just never stopped. And there were some success stories I heard too. I watched one where there were success stories. There was the guy who sold the shovels, and he was really clever too. And there was this notable part of that story. Did you do the Discord giveaway on June, the coin? Not yet. We will do it very soon, okay? We'll do it very soon. Here's Tyler. He is back. The guy who sold the shovels to the panhandlers, right? I didn't know this about his 10 Star Wars Galaxy 1. You got it. 10 Star Wars Galaxy 1. I didn't know this about his story. He ran out because he worked in the news. He worked in the WordPress. He ran out and told everyone that there was gold nearby. So he was kind of like an early social media influencer. Guys, there's gold in this town. And then everyone was like, quick, we need a shovel. Who sells them? Coincidentally, I sell the shovels. But yeah, there's gold here. So buy a shovel from me. I thought that was really interesting too. Let's see. I need a box of Star Wars. I'm running out of these Star Wars. Ow. The guy who sells the shovels is also the guy who tells you that there's gold. How interesting. All right. Whew. Ooh. Very good, very good. I wonder if there's people today still that dig for gold using like better technology, just like average people, you know, and they ever actually like hit a big nugget or something, like something real serious. Probably not. So you ordered 10 of them. You got 5 so far. Here's 9 and here's 10. So these are Galaxy Star Wars Series 1, the series that started it all. We still sell modern Star Wars Galaxy as they come out. Like the one with Darth Maul on the front. My music's always stopping. Okay, let me just put these into their box. Put the rest of these into the box. They hit gold veins. There we go. It was interesting learning about all the people who spent everything and wasted all their time trying to get gold just to not find any. That's sad. I think it kind of reminds me about how life is largely about luck, you know? Maybe you're born dumb, maybe you're born smart. That's just luck. Maybe you're born tall, maybe you're short. Maybe you got a big peepee, maybe you got a small one. Maybe you're born beautiful with perfect eyes. Maybe you're born kind of ugly. It's all just luck, isn't it? Maybe you go digging one day and you're like, oh, look at this, a gold nugget. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 500,000 of you guys are all digging for gold at the same time, and only like 10% of you ever find it, you know? And, yeah, so we live in a world of luck. And sometimes you have to wonder how much of everything is just luck. You ever thought of it from that, like, philosophy? People think, like, oh, I succeeded from my own merit. I worked hard. I made choices. Maybe you were just destined to be that way, you know? Maybe you're destined to have good willpower. Maybe you have just more of an interest in a thing than other people do, and you're just born that way. You never know. It's really interesting to think about how much life might have just been like the genetic lottery, or the things that happened around you, or the things that you live nearby. Like I happen to live in America, you know. That was another thing. I was looking. Ooh, look at that Darth Vader card. So good. I was looking at a chart of your odds of being born in America, and they're so low compared to... So this is a chart that looks at the total births per year, and your odds of being born in America is like ridiculously low. It's like 4%. It is. Your odds of being born in Asia are very high, really high. You're probably about to be born in Asia. You are? All right. All right. I say blessed. Dang, am I full of copper veins? I bought so much of the Star Wars set and have only gotten one foil card. They are tricky to pull. They're really lovely cards. Okay. Oh. So weird. I saw this card and it said it's going to be Sexy Leia next, which means I've opened so many of these that it's starting to recognize loot table patterns. You know, like the computer decided to put the cards in a particular pattern. All right, there's a Sexy Leia. Very gradable, in my opinion. Got a little R2-D2 in the background. Nice. Everybody doing hanky-panky in Asia. I don't think it's all of Asia. You know, like, for example, Korea is having, like, population collapse. But India, maybe not so much. They're having babies. Oh, yeah. Sexy time. You know what I'm saying? I like. So a little bit of that. How do you get them to do that in Korea, though? It's fascinating. How do you get people more interested in babies? Well, you could ask the same question for America. America's kind of slowed down. Europe's slowed down. Australia, they've slowed down. What? There we go. They are still having babies in some places. They're having lots of them in some places. Put me in, coach. I'll save Korea and Japan. Send me in. Yeah. All right. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Well, here's what I have to say about this box, by the way, Mr. Tyler. This is a brand new fresh box. So 5 of your packs are from the fresh box. Guys, I see the sun coming up. The sun is up. I'd like to say no more orders now. Aha! There you go. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Obi-Wan Kenobi and Yoga. Obi-Wan. All right. He's my favorite Latinx character. Okay. Leia. Ooh. Mister's a vampire. No more orders. Back to the coffin he goes. The sun, it burns. No, but it does mean it's bedtime. All right, sun coming up, bedtime. Ooh. These take a while to open, man. This is a slow order. If this was 10 Poke Shuffles, we'd have been done like that. Poke Shuffles are fast. A third one? That's too many. We can't allow you to have that many. This guy's pretty popular too, actually. This little R2-D2. All right. Thanks, man. Appreciate all the orders, Tyler. Can I send in for my Poke Shuffle real quick? Yeah, go ahead. Send in right now, Mr. Crazy. All right. R2-D2. How long you sleep for a day? I only got 6 hours today. I really want to get like minimum 7 hours. But it wasn't my fault. I went to bed pretty much on time. What really happened, it's summertime and there's these huge boats going by and they are super, super noisy. Like they are not quiet. Really loud diesel engines or whatever they've got. Luxury boats. And they're like revving and having fun. And it is so loud it comes right through the home. You can't ignore it. It's just too loud. It's going to wake you up. Okay, a couple Darth Vaders there. That's a nice Darth Vader. Good. And here is a Yoga in Obi-Wan. All for you, Mr. Tyler. Get after it. Oh, my eyes itchy. So Asia has a lot of babies. The other place that has all the babies is the continent of Africa. There you go. Let's see. That whole area has a lot of babies. Huge numbers of babies. There's one place where they're having more babies than Asia, and it is Africa. They are still having kids. There you are. All right, very nice. And so your odds of being born in America was something like 4%. Of all the people that are about to be born tomorrow, only about 4% will be born here. Did the Vader break finish? No, he's right here, Vader. Yard, I'm Darth Vader, bro. I'm mad because I did girlfriend beating up on my girlfriend and then she broke up with me. Hey, that was his own fault. Dude, you don't choke your wife out, dude. Not in that context, anyways. In a different context, it's fine. All right, so. We have Kyle Summers, 2 Shuffle Truffles. Ooh. One, two, three. 1, 2. But 2 cold ones. No! I'm sorry, man. 2 cold ones. That was Kyle Summers. Can you find a red challenge for Sabaway? I will probably not. I apologize for that, but I'm just trying to sell my blue one, and we can send you on the journey of finding the red one after you obtain the blue one. But Red's challenge, that's like a really expensive card and not one that I would be wanting to put into my inventory. Thanks, mister, for getting me in before you ended. I hope you get some. Okay, so who's number 1? We're heading over here. Number 1, John with 300 XP. Number 2, Resendez. So the XP continued to climb. And John actually stayed all the way at the top. Does that mean John was talking the most? Something. John pulls a win. Skip me, mister. I ain't skipping you. No, I have too much honor. I couldn't possibly. You're going in, John. We're not skipping you on a good one. There you go. All right. Very nice. So that was interesting. That was a crown giveaway. You had to have the crown by the end of the stream. And I was almost there. You were close. You were quite close, Mr. Oscar. Thank you, everyone, for participating. The Hitmonchan break continues. It goes on tomorrow. So we'll have a different method for you to jump in tomorrow. So don't worry. If you didn't like the crown method, there are other ways to get in. I'll see you in the nighttime stream for Sunday. And I'm going to warn you, it's probably going to be pretty slow Sunday. If it was a slow Saturday, it will be a dead Sunday. That's my suspicion. But we'll see. You never know. Maybe people took Saturday off and then they're going to come in Sunday and be like, hey, I want all those cards. Give me some cards. So we'll see what happens. I'll be there. Whether it's busy or not, it doesn't matter. I'll be there. See you later, guys.